Just any updates, any goss?
No, I got no goss. No goss. Can't give anything.
Nothing
at all.
He signed a non-disclosure, mate.
NDA.
This is big.
It's like partying with Jay-Z and Beyonce. NDA.
But who hasn't broken one of them? Come on.
For those that don't know, whereabouts can we see you now on the streaming services?
On Population 11.
Nice.
On Stan. And that's Sweet As is on Binge, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Binge. I've got both. I can tune in.
There you go.
And I'm a big supporter of you, Beast. I will.
So obviously you've tuned in already then.
No, save them up for international flights.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Right. Couple of big changes for the Eagles tonight coming back into the side, of course. The most spoken about footballer in WA in Harley Reid, Rhino.
Yeah, Harley Reid back in after a week's rest. And it was a long trip to the Gold Coast, a 6-day break, 2-hour bus ride, 5-hour flight.
So you would have stayed in Perth then?
Well, went back to Tongala, a little bit of family time.
Well, that's also a 4-hour flight and then a 2-hour drive.
At least he's here for us tonight.
And then a 3-night bender and back your car.
Exactly.
We'll find out how his weekend was, I reckon, in about half an hour.
A few pats on the back when he's back home, you think. Tommy Barris back as well after a suspension. Noah Long into the forward line as well. The debutant, Harvey Johnston.
Give me something on Harvey. I think what's his nickname?
His name is Wop or Whopper. Because his initials HJ.
Clever.
Wop or Whopper, they call him. And he's very quick. He's a speedy wingman. Picked 49 last year's draft.
Where's he from?
Victoria. Victorian boy, Sandringham.
A Dragon.
Yes. What was your mob?
Gippsland.
The
Power.
Yeah, okay. No, this he's a Sandringham boy, very quick. So he's starting as a sub tonight, which is...
I don't like that. I don't like debutants being
I do like quick players being the sub, though. I love when they come on third quarter and they go, geez, Apple's out running everybody. Because not only is he fast, but he's got something left in the tank. So.
Talking about subs, Embers, big one tonight for two in particular here at Triple M. With Lockie Reid not being
here we go.
I know.
So Locke's out.
Every time.
And now it's a real appendage swinging contest between Rhino and Tommy. Because if miraculously, I don't want to put it out there, COVID comes again, all the borders closed and the MCG's no good and their grand final lands here, one of you two are going to have to stand up.
One of these two is going to miss out.
One are you going to miss out?
Guess who'll be on the boundary for Channel 7?
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Not if he keeps wearing the suits he's wearing.
Oh, jeez. No.
Just fall right into it. Hey, Xavier, spoke during the week the key to beating Essendon is tagging Zach Merritt. You standing by that tonight?
I just watched that. Look at that kick. Jake Stringer almost broke his nose. It went that hard and low. He's in the top 5 midfielders in the competition, and he's the best kick of those midfielders in the entire competition. He is that A-grader. He's that superstar. There's talk about him being the All-Australian captain thus far. I've been a massive fan of him, and I'm telling you now, if he gets off the chain early, that's 10 or 11 footballs in the front third of the ground, or 2/3 of the ground, that West Coast won't be able to defend. Just stop him.
So what do they do? Because they're going to line up with Reid, Kelly and Yo. Do they bring someone off half forward? Does Jinby go? What happens then?
You watch West Coast. They play their game. They play their game plan. They play their style. They're not a tagging team, so they'll put a little bit of time into him, but I expect that Zach Merritt will get off the leash at certain times. Jinby's maybe the one that might go to in stoppages, but it won't be a big tag or anything like that. They'll just let it go, and they'll back their mids in to be able to be more explosive and maybe see them hurt Zachy the other way.
I typically agree with that, but I just think this side, Essendon alone, they have one player who sits way above the others, that if you can just drag him down somehow, and then you rely on the explosiveness of the others. But I wouldn't be surprised they don't do it. I wouldn't be surprised we're sitting here in 3 hours going Zach Merritt 3 votes and he destroyed you.
So if he's in the top 5 midfielders, the man on the other side for West Coast, Elliot Yeo, would be there as well, and he plays game number 200 tonight.
Yeah, 200 games, 173rd for West Coast, 27 of course for the Brisbane Lions.
But forget that he was a Lion to start,
He was.
and then that was part of that group that left. Was Pollock one of them?
Doherty
was
Doherty
another
one. Yo, they all took off then, and that was when Brisbane were in their dark times.
They were really flat back then, yeah. Yo was a great get. That's some really good recruiting from West Coast. You get a guy that they obviously rated very, very highly.
So when I came to West Coast the same year as Yowie, and when I wandered into the football club for the first time in the off-season when I was a free agent or whatever I could do, I was in there talking to Simo, feet up on the desk, chewing the fat and having a laugh. Then they said, righto, mate, can you go? I was like, yeah, I've got nothing else to do. They're like, nah, mate, get out. Elliot Yo's coming. We've got to display everything here. So they packed me up and sent me out. Yeah.
Was that pre-sales pitch?
Yeah, pre-sale.
They're about to do the sales pitch.
Pre-sale.
Yeah, right.
Pre-sale.
Didn't get you to hang around for the sales pitch?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
We've got Xavier Ellis too.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Yowie, and then we'll find out what's left. And
There wasn't much. There wasn't much.
Get the prime thoroughbreds out and trying to sell them at sale. Hey, Jack Darling tonight.
Yes.
Life membership. So 300 games. That includes the pre-season, international games.
That's correct.
I reckon he's found a bit of form the past couple of weeks, and he's always been the whipping boy for West Coast.
Yep.
But he's a 4-time leading goal kicker, all-Australian premiership player.
Oh, he's been a very, very good player for a long period of time. And you ask any player, especially forwards, you play your best football in a good side.
Yeah.
And especially if you can get the game played in your forward half, and if you can get the ball inside forward 50, 55 to 60 times a game, it means that your forwards are always involved. And Jack Darling's always probably been the second best forward in the team, right? So Josh Kennedy's been number one, and Jack Darling's sort of been your number two, right? So, and then in recent times, maybe Oscar Allen and Jack Darling. Now, at the moment...
Waterman.
Now Waterman. So, but... Jack Darling this year, and probably towards, even last year a little bit too, suddenly he's, getting the best defender at times. And probably at his age, he hasn't been able to sort of cope with it. But on the back, I think, of what Waterman's doing right now, the best opposition defender is going to Waterman, which is still allowing Jack Darling to be able to maybe get the second best defender. And again, with West Coast, the way that they've moved the ball over the last month, he's just been in a lot more contests. And, I know for a fact that Simo says when you're out of form, all they want you to do is compete and not get outmarked. And, Jack, I think, started to do that a little bit in the Sydney game. And he's, as I said, he got better and better with every game that he's played. He still hasn't kicked a bag, but maybe that's, could come tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Embers. He has been that second forward. But go back to 2018. He was arguably the best player in the competition for 7 or 8 weeks there in the middle when Kennedy was out. Darling was unbelievable. So 300 games in total. He's been durable. He's been good.
And you forget about, I don't forget about it, but the 2018 third quarter grand final was one of the best individual performances that I've ever seen Jack Darling do.
Right, all the players are standing arm in arm with the umpires in the middle of the ground. They're going to have a minute's silence. Of course, been a big week with the focus on domestic violence.
On behalf of everyone across the AFL industry, we ask everyone to be upstanding as we pay tribute to the women whose lives have been tragically cut short due to violence. The football world is united as we come together to say enough is enough, and this must stop. Behind every death is a woman who lived and who was loved. When it comes to violence against women, the only acceptable figure is 0. We remember all the women who have been killed in gender-based violence and stand in solidarity in committing to doing more to stop this community-wide problem. Please pause for a moment as we pay our respects and join in a silent tribute to those women who have lost their lives. Thank you.
All right. Almost get set here for the game. The Zach Merritt, I think, won the toss. They'll kick to the right-hand side of your dial. Of course, Elliot Yeo tossed the coin for the West Coast Eagles. Downstairs, Bob Jane T-Martin. Let's go to Hamish Brayshaw.
This place is pumping. Someone said it was a sellout up there before, so it's not going to surprise anyone. But, they are packed into the rafters here. And for all those Bombers fans, Darcy Parish has his socks down.
You know what that means. There's 2 versions of Darcy Parish. Great pickup, Hammer. Socks up. Nah, not for us. Socks down means business and meters gained. I've been monitoring it for weeks.
All right, Bob Jane T-Marts have great. Buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. As I said, the Bombers going to the right of the dial. Short and sharp. Let's go around the grounds. Who wins tonight?
I think Essendon get the chocolates tonight. They're in really good form.
West Coast for mine. I can't back against them at the moment. They're in good form at home, and I think they can win.
Rhino?
I think West Coast in a close one. I think you, Tommy?
I'm going to go for the Bombers tonight. I think their form has been really good against Collingwood last week, who are one of the form teams in the competition. Of course, had that draw and kicked the first 6 goals of the game. So I reckon the Eagles have to just make sure they don't get jumped at the start of this game. Of course, Harley Reid back into the side and starting in the middle of the ground. And we are here for McDonald's on the way home tonight. Feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's. Let's get set for a big game of footy for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy, and here's Ryan Daniels.
Look at the cheer squad, Rhino.
Up and about.
Essendon have got the scarves going bananas.
The jackets and the scarves are waving around. Kevin Sheedy's big moment way back when. The rivalry is back on. Bailey Williams and Goldstein go up in the middle, and Williams just takes the kick himself and sends it forward very quickly, but only as far as Nick Martin. The West Aussie back home gets an early touch. Nice little short kick to the socks down, Darcy Parish.
He'll have 30 tonight with those socks down.
Judging by that, this means he'll kick it long rather than short, Zabe. Is that right? And he's done that. He's kicked it about 40 metres, but directly to the right. Jake Kelly's got it for the Bombers.
Big night for Beast, of course, tonight, being an Essendon supporter.
Oh.
We're here for you.
He did seem a little tight on the way in, a little bit nervous.
Saw him swinging the jacket above his head as he walked in.
Now Parish has gone to Caldwell on the wing, and McGrath, new contract, moved it beautifully up to Jake Stringer. Stringer for the first inside 50 for the Bombers, sends it to the hot spot. They all fly. No mark for Harry Jones, and West Coast to clear through Tim Kelly.
He wanted Waterman, but he's turned it over. Now, quick shot on goal. Flying kick long by Redmond's missed to the left-hand side. So the first score of the game goes Essendon's way. They are one behind. We've gone 60 seconds here in the first quarter. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
West Coast going to have to really watch this run from behind. McGrath's been in really good form. Nick Martin as well across half-back. So West Coast half-forwards, Noah Long. They're going to have to be really mindful of what they're trying to do there.
So Hoff kicks long to the wing. Wants Mortimer on the lead. Can't quite mark it. Brings to ground. Durham. Hand pass out the back. Just loping after it. The big man Goldstein. Cop. Oh, yeah. So against Harley Reid, just a bit lazy in his tackle.
How the hell did he get a bloke 210 centimetres high?
And Goldstein takes the free kick on the wing.
On the outer wing now, Toddy Goldstein. The big man just sends it towards 50. Big pack flies, and Harry Jones, strong hands, but couldn't hold it. Cox has got it for the Bombers. He's brought down, and we'll have the ball up about 75 metres out from the Bombers' goal, just on the outer wing.
Do like Harry Jones inside forward 50. He's taking his game to a new level this year. With Wright being out early, we know Wright's back in the side now.
Goldie gets a tap, couldn't pick up the scraps afterwards. Now Witherden's got it for West Coast, and Goldie's got him. And have another ball up right on the 50-metre arc for the Essendon side. Just the one behind so far, and it's been to the Bombers. Just chucks it up really quickly. Williams and Goldstein go at it. And Caldwell's trying to clear it for the Bombers. Williams for Eagles taps it. Now Merritt's got it on 50. Goes on the left. Normally a beautiful finisher. This one's just to the left for the Essendon skipper. 2 minor scores so far. That's the Bombers. West Coast yet to score.
West Coast just had an extra at the stoppage that particular time. It's going to be very mindful that Merritt is the one. Around those stoppages, you just got to really tighten up on. That was too easy. You really should have hurt West Coast then.
So Duggan went short to Barris. He goes long to the wing. Waterman picks it up. It's hand pass though into traffic. Petrocelli couldn't take it. The Bombers in numbers. Here's Parish by hand. Gives it to Kelly. Just scrubs the kick inside 50. No one home though apart from Barris. Goes back. Wants his left side. Goes short. Wants Duggan. And Duggan marks it on defensive 50.
So the Bombers doing all the attacking so far. West Coast just doing okay there. They're holding up. 2 behind so far for the Bombers. West Coast yet to score. And the skipper, Liam Duggan, sends it up towards the wing. And Elliot Yeo in game 200. An early touch for the Eagles, 2-time club champion. What a player he's been.
Big switch on if Yowie wants. I think he's going to take a punt at it too.
He is. He's got Petrocelli on the other side. It's Rotham. And now Rotham's going to go. Got Chesser out there. And or Luke Edwards. And he finds Edwards. He just has to take a beat. If he goes quick, there's players streaming forward. But he goes slow. Just takes a beat. Now Edwards to send it into 50 for the Eagles. They all fly, but at the back it's Ben Mackay. Strong intercept mark for the Bombers there.
Just got to make sure as West Coast forwards. I know it wasn't a great kick, but you got to do your best just to get that ball to ground. You'd rather have a stoppage inside forward 50 than allow the Bombers to be able to mark it and clear their defensive 50.
Embers for Seabus Super. Seabus Super making hard work pay off since 1984. To half back, and Cox takes the mark and goes further up the wing. Here's Gresham. up against the boundary line. Just cuts him board. Wants a short option. Nothing there, so instead goes long. Big Peter Wright couldn't mark. The fist was good. Taken here by Chesser. He's tackled. Got it off though to Harley Reid. He goes short. Nice ball. Just over the head of Cripps. Couldn't bring it in. The players dive on top and we'll have the ball up just outside the centre square. The Bombers by 2 points. 5 gone in the first term.
Bombers at the moment are letting the West Coast forwards get right up the ground, setting up the spare behind the plate.
So the ball up. Bailey Williams gets the hands on it. Kelly tries to break through. There's a high tackle. Hands advantage paid. Reid streams through the middle of Optus. He just shrugs off one, gets the handball out. Long little tap over the shoulder. Petrocelli's got it now. Didn't have the footy, and he'll get a free kick about 55, 60 metres out from goal. Reid's a little proppy after that, but he's staying out there, and the kick is a nice, neat one, and he's found Jamie Cripps in the forward pocket. He's going to kick from about 45 metres out. Gettable by the standards of Jamie Cripps.
Wasn't pretty, X, but I do love the fact that West Coast want to just knock on Surge on, come through the middle. They want to get the ball in Harley Reid's hands. If it wasn't Harley Reid, they probably wouldn't have given it to him.
No, great.
So he takes the game on, and something happens, which is it's good to see. And how Cripps finds space like that inside forward 50 is beyond me.
10 goals for the season for Jamie Cripps. He's having a good start to the year. He's missed this one just to the right, so still no goal in the game so far. West Coast with just the one behind. Essendon with 2 behinds on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Helping tradies light the homes of Australia. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
So Nick Martin's having a great season at half-back. Goes short and finds Kelly. Now Merritt just outside half-back. That's a nice ball. Wanted Cox, just couldn't quite wheel it in though. And the Eagles here through Hoff. He goes short and finds Waterman. So 80 out from goal. Short again. Here's Chesser. In fact, it's Edwards at half forward, so he just takes a couple of metres. Kicks long. Jinby's at the back. And the fist comes from Goldstein and goes across the line. Right near the point post. We'll throw it in. Essendon 2 behinds, West Coast 1 behind. 6.5 gone in the first term. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Inside 50s in this first term so far. 4-3 in favour of West Coast on the Triple M Reds Atlantic stats.
Thank you, Beast. I'm about to throw it in deep in the forward pocket for the West Coast Eagles. It's Mackay and Darling in the ruck. Darling just tries to grab it and burst through. He can't. Cox gets it for the Bombers and just throws it on the boot, and it almost trickles out of bounds, and Gresham just makes sure of it. And there's going to be a boundary throw in right on the wing, slightly closer to the West Coast Eagles goal. No goals in this game so far. The Bombers just lead at 2 behinds to 1. Big crowd here at Optus Stadium for a game between 2 traditional rivals, almost, you'd call them, Tommy. Pretty much. A long history, these 2 clubs. Some really good games. Goldstein and Williams in the ruck again. And Kelly reads it beautifully. Oh, and he just shrugs off Caldwell and goes for a bounce. Tim Kelly streaming through Optus Stadium looking for Waterman. Ball just trickles over his head. McGrath, and now Mackay, and now Martin to clear. Tiny little kick, doesn't really go anywhere. Witherden tries to grab it for West Coast. It falls to Tim Kelly. He heads for Ryan. Oh, but a beautiful mark by Mason Redmond, the intercept. And the Red Dog plays on to Alwyn Davey.
Yeah, and just kicks over his head though. The pressure comes from Jinby. He gets to it first. Tries to dance around Davey. Got his hands free. Inside to Edwards. Oh, he's trying to do too much. He's wrapped up. Has to be holding the footy, and it is. Great play from Dyson Heppel. Edwards just thought he was Harley Reid. Couldn't shrug it off, and Heppel gets the free kick. Short to Martin. Not 15. Wants his man to come to him. Instead, just turns it over. Shocking kick. And Brady Hoff has marked it on the wing for West Coast.
That was just Heppel giving the ball to Martin for no other reason, but Martin's obviously in good form, but it wasn't the right decision, and it wasn't 15, which put Martin under pressure, and that's why he turned the footy over.
So Rotham's worked it to Cole, and they've switched this, and now Chesser's got it on the outer wing. He goes short into Darling, who's marked it well away from West Coast goal, but he goes long and he goes quick. He sends it towards Cripps. The kick is a shocker. It's gone out on the full. And as we do that, we're going to go down to the boundary for our man, Hamish Brayshaw.
Yeah, Archie Perkins in a contest on the far wing was down for about 10 seconds. He was in the hands of the trainers. He's one of those blokes that look like 11 of them out there. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on him, but he seems to be okay.
Thank you, Hammer, for Bob Jane T-Marts there.
Right, so the kick goes to half forward. No mark taken. Picked up by Gresham. Didn't get a free kick, so lazy tackle. Free kick's going to go to Gresham. Still 2 kicks from home. The Bombers lead by 1 point.
Stay out, Jamie.
So the switches on across the ground to Laverde. in the middle of the ground. Got Martin short. Just ignores that. Says, I saw your last kick, so I'll go over your head.
And did worse himself.
Lines up with Redman. Not a red man. Inside 50. Alwyn Davey Jr. picks it up. Taken though, nice tackle by McGovern. Didn't fall for that. Ends up with Kelly. Spearing ball. He's got Ryan on. Oh, that's an awful kick. An absolute awful kick. Just shanked it off the instep, and the Bombers have it in the middle of the ground.
McGrath clears it. Now Caldwell. He goes to Durham.
A nice player, this young man. Yeah. Very nice player.
Very good start to the season, Zave. He's one of our boys. We like him. He's gone. Found Toddy Goldstein on the outer wing now. Bombers have had quite a lot of the footy. A few shanks. But they are controlling the game at this stage. Goldstein throws it on the left, sends it forward. But again, Tom Barris reads it beautifully. Just the entries inside 50 have been sloppy.
And both sides, half-backs are just dominating at the moment. So the game's getting played in between the 50s. And right now, a bit of pressure on through the midfield, but at times just blazing away. And that particular time, Barris by himself, uncontested mark.
That's Ember's way of saying it's been a pox game to start. So kick goes to the wing. Hope we can get better from here. So Bailey Williams just got it out to Chesser. And taken by Jack Williams. His kick to half forward. Makes it hard there for Waterman. 2 against 1. And Laverde beats him to it. And the Bombers can try and reset. But the kick, though, has just been cut off. Nice work by Jack Williams. Gives it to Sheed. There's a late in for Marek. To Bailey Williams. Now to Chesser. To half forward. Wants Waterman. The punch comes from the side. Kelly has it. He's tackled. And Parrish has it. Goes across the boundary line at 70 from goal. Still no goal. Essendon 2 behind. West Coast 1 behind. 11 gone. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Both Kellys off to a quick start for each team. Tim with 5 and Jake with 6 for the Bombers on the Reds Atlantic stats.
Thank you, Beast. Ball thrown in. It's Goldstein and Williams again. I'll go at it all night. Durham, beautiful read for Essendon. He has a bounce and he charges through the kick. How is it? They haven't been good tonight so far. The delivery towards 50, and that one is the same, and it trickles out of bounds in front of Harry Jones on the half-forward flank for Essendon. They lead this game 2 behinds to 1.
Todd. Both sides just butchering the balls inside forward 50 at the moment. Just cannot find targets, blazing away. Not lowering the eyes. Got to be better right now. Just both sides are getting good looks.
Well, the boundary throw-in. Goldstein first hands on it. Well read beautifully there by the Bombers. Durham's got it now. Throws it on the left. Can he have a crack at it? He does. Hoff gets a hand to it and it trickles out of bounds. Well, the boundary throw-in deep in the forward pocket for Essendon on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. The Bombers lead it 2 behinds to 1.
Choice Hotels around the grounds. Melbourne taking on Geelong. And it's the D's by 7 points. 8.5 left in the second term. So boundary throw-in, like Rhino said. Bailey Williams up against Peter Wright. It's taken. Little snap on goal. Could this be the first for the game? Pushed it across by Matty Guelphy. Had plenty of space in the pocket. Just couldn't get it online. So 3 behinds now for Essendon. West Coast 1 behind. The margin 2 points. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard helping tradies light the homes of Australia. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
So McGovern brings it in for West Coast and he goes long. Slips through the hands of Cripps. Cox has got it. He's got tackled by Liam Ryan. Brings him down. Did he have prior? By singing about it. He says, no, I'm going to ball it up.
Did well there, Ryan. The momentum of Cox was going forward. He could have easily slung him to the ground, but did enough to make sure that he protected him in that tackle, wrapped him up.
Goldie gets first hands. Caldwell's kick smothered. Cole just has a little fresh air out of the ground. Ryan's got it, not 15. He goes low, slips down, and Cox tries to shrug off Cole. He does. Gives it to Perkins, lowers the eyes, and bang, finds Peter Wright. Finally, a good kick inside 50, and Peter Wright says, I'll take it from here. He'll kick from pretty much just inside 50, directly in front. It's normally a very good kick of the footy.
What a beautiful pass that was by Perkins coming out of congestion. Cox just not quite strong enough at the moment to break those tackles, but good enough to get his hands free. And Perkins with the leading lanes open just saw Peter Wright come charging out from 50.
So from bang on 50, Peter Wright, how is it? It's perfect. The Bombers get the first of the afternoon. 1 goal, 3-9. West Coast just the 1 behind on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
West Coast do rely on that pressure up the ground, but at that particular time, just coming through the front door, they were a bit strong in the contest. Brian's tackle, and the ball lingered out. Just a kick inside forward 50. So hard to stop. Through play.
West Coast could have had Jesus sitting at fullback. He wasn't spoiling that. That was a delicious kick.
Yeah, Perkins with the short hair. Yeah, good kick and good goal by a big 2-metre Peter.
Now, West Coast just need to be a bit careful in this centre bounce with Jack Williams up against Goldie. Massive height difference. Probably not the time to get crafty with too much movement.
They got Petruccelli and Ginby in there as well, so a couple of their big names on the bench. For McDonald's and Ream Hotwater, Triple M rocks footy, and Williams got up high and won the tap back to Yo. Just tries to shrug the tackle. Could be in trouble here. The umpire says no pry. I'll have it and I'll ball it up.
So Dom Sheed the late in, Ryan Marrick out of the side. Dom Sheed straight into the game.
So nice tap straight down to Yo. Game 200, high kick, inside 50, Waterman! Nice mark, strong lead, and takes it 30 metres out, 45-degree angle.
I knew Waterman was a solid player, but his last month, he's turned himself into a genuine key forward in the competition that is as good as any key forward that's playing. I mean, I'm not putting him in the Jeremy Cameron kind of league at the moment. But
he was fringe player at West Coast the last 2 or 3 years, and they were debacle.
His last 4 weeks have been unbelievable.
Of course, no Oscar Allen as well, so the Coast skip will be back in a few weeks as Waterman steers the first time for West Coast. 117 the Bombers, 139, 16 gone in the first term. Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard. And of course, we saw that nice mark replay on the Harvey Norman replay. Say hello to Great Bay Log dealers at Harvey Norman. Buy the all-new Motorola Edge 50 Pro and receive a bonus $200 gift card and Moto Buds Plus. And for Seabus Super, here's Embers and Zay.
So, X, a couple of years ago, Jake Waterman would go for those grabs, but I don't reckon in his mind he'd actually ever believed that he was going to grab them.
I reckon sometimes he wouldn't even fly thinking, I can't get
I'm
this.
just going to jump and compete. Now, in the air, he actually believes that he can pluck them, and he's playing accordingly.
No one would have kicked as many goals as Jake over the last few weeks. He's sitting comfortably now third in the Coleman, only 3 goals back from Charlie Curnow.
Maybe he could lead the Coleman by the end of tonight.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
Exactly right, boys. 22 goals on the season now for Waterman on the Triple M Reds Atlantic stats.
So the backup rucks are in, and Merritt just streams away with the advantage. He had one bounce, sends it inside 50. Who's he looking for? It goes over the head of Davey, and Witherden read that beautifully. He's got it in the back pocket for the West Coast Eagles. Normally silky user of the footy, Dave, but Merritt not that time.
No, I think he took about 26 steps too, so I think he started to panic. He was about to get pinned.
So Witherden went short to Duggan, and he's taken a little bit of a dangerous kick to Barris, who has to do a fair bit of work to get rid of Jones. Has he got rid of him? Just. And now the handball off to Hoff. He goes back to Cole. It's a little bit nervous here for West Coast at half-back, but they've managed to clear it. And now Hoff, and he just has a little stutter step looking for Cripps. The ball trickles out of bounds. It was messy. It's somewhat effective and a boundary throw in. Bang on the wing on the outer side. Harley Reid about to come on for the West Coast Eagles again.
Had Liam Ryan over the top, but just obviously couldn't get the kick to him for distance. For Tim Kelly and Harley Reid about to come on. The Eagles trailed by 2 points. It's a boundary throw and then streaking through. Durham did nice. Hand pass off. Here's Nick Martin through the middle of the ground. Nice kick up into space. And Langford's marked it. 45 out. Good footy for the Bombers.
This bloke is, I'm not going to say he's underrated, but geez, he's a genuine star of the competition, Langford. Does he get the credit he deserves?
Well, he was highlighted last week because he missed one late, but I mean, he was a bit part player, a little bit like Waterman essentially down in defence, and now he's gone forward and he's their number one key forward now, I would say, and he kicks the football typically really well.
I stand corrected. I'm pretty sure he signed a big deal in the off-season. So Langford, that's a nice kick too. Marks it well, kicks it even better. So a couple for the Bombers all of a sudden. 2-3-15, West Coast 117, the margin. 8 points, 19 gone in the first term. Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
Oh, Durham coming out of congestion then. Embers, he's had 6 disposals, 3 clearances, and they haven't been scrappy clearances. He's tucked the ball under the arm and broken away into space, and they were just good enough to link there. And of course, Martin, when he's got space, and poor old McGovern's one-on-one with Langford and no one else inside 50, pick your poison, lead up Kyle. Langford goes back, kicks his first.
Well, McGovern and Barris always rely on pressure through the midfield for those quick kicks in. Let's go down to the boundary.
Yeah, we've got, Essendon wouldn't want to lose anyone anytime soon. Hobbs, the sub, has been in the hands of the trainers for the last, pretty much this entire quarter. It hasn't moved from the physio table down there.
It's bizarre. The sub might need a sub. Can you sub the sub? Thank you for Bob Jane Teamers there, Hammer. Great buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals at Bob Jane. And we're going to clear it straight out of the middle. It's Yo picking it up. Oh, he just had to drop it there a little bit. Kelly couldn't hold it either. Martin gives it to Merritt. And now to clear for Dersma on the half-back flank. He sends it towards the forward flank. Witherden's there. He spoils Gresham. Well done to Witherden. And a boundary throw in just on the half-forward flank for Essendon. They lead this game by 8 points.
That last goal for Langford, Rhino, was 18 on the season now for him, coming off 4 last week. And, of course, that one big miss for him on the Triple M Reds Atlantic stats.
Thank you, Beast. Having a really nice start to the season.
All right, so the Bombers again. Nice kick, deep inside 50. Here he comes again, Langford. Strong punch from Barris. Gets it cleared, but the package has it. Stringer kicks towards goal. I'm not sure what kind of package that is. It's going to run across the boundary line. That's a shank.
Good result, though, for the Bombers, Tommy. They'll enjoy a set-up here. See if they get some action going to goal.
Just quickly, Beastie, Red Z Lending's Harley Reid.
2 disposals so far, Tommy.
Quiet, Red Z Lending, loans to the self-employed, redzed.com. We throw it in near the behind post.
Deep in the Essendon forward line, but it's going to be cleared by Barris. Just throws it on the left. Dersma will be first to it. It kind of bounces over his head awkwardly. And Darling's there for West Coast, so is Petruccelli. Well, Dersma's ended up getting it now, and he's given it to Durham. Hands off to right. He goes backwards to go forwards. Now Mackay has it for the Bombers. He sends it toward 50. They all have fly. And Langford just at the back there. Tiny little bit of body work against Jack Williams, but the ump says all good.
Just too strong.
Yeah, nothing in that, wasn't it, Embers? It was good body work.
West Coast, just at the moment, when Essendon win the footy at half-back, they're going really quick. They're putting West Coast under enormous amount of pressure at the moment. That was just great body use by Langford. He just worked Williams under the football. Williams just a little bit inexperienced there. Just had to embrace knowing that the contact was going to come. And Langford too strong, lining up for his second, be kicking just on 50.
In really good form. Langford lines up. Very gettable by his standards. Kick looks like it's going to the right, pretty far. There's a minor score there for Langford. So Essendon moved to 2-4-16. West Coast at 1-1-7 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard, helping tradies like the homes of Australia. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
The Bombers dominating through the midfield. Clearance inside 50s. And now Barris at half back just kicks high and slightly towards the middle of the ground. Jack Williams can't mark. Ball hits the deck. He lays a tackle, but Yo got it, gave it to Reid. His hand pass was good. Finds Noah Long. Hand pass to Hoff. Through the middle. Now they can go. Another hand pass out into space. Here's Witherden. What's he going to do? Oh, he tried to do a bit too much. Got his hands free though. And now Rotham inside 50. Ryan in good position. Used his body. A nice touch came late for the Bombers. The ball goes across the line. 30 out from goal. And throw it in. West Coast trailing by 9 points. 22 gone in the first term.
So boundary throw in. About 40 out from West Coast's goal. It'll be Mackay and Darling in the ruck. No one really wins it, just bounces in front of them. And now Cox and Redmond try to clear. Durham just barges his way through and gets it to Parrish. He throws it on the boot and sends it forward. Cole's there for West Coast with Hoff. Clever little tap from Hoff. Cole's got it. Now Witherden. Handball over the top to the skipper in Duggan. And now throws it on the boot. His opposite. Ryan, how's he going to read this? Dersma did really, really well. And now Harry Jones for the Bombers to Caldwell. And he gives it off to Kelly. The kick, was he out of bounds? He was. So the umpire will call it back and we'll have a boundary throw in about 80 metres out from the West Coast Eagles goal. The Bombers, they lead this game by 9 points with about 4 minutes to go in the opening turn.
Liam Ryan's second game back safe.
Yeah, quiet last week. Look, he'll take time. He's missed a lot of footy over the last couple of years. I was expecting a big leap and a specky before, but he's just working his way back into it.
So Peter Wright wins the hit out. Ends up now with Merritt. Gives it off to Caldwell. Goes back to Merritt. Just creates space and time. Gives it off to Dersma on the wing. Left foot. It's a high one. Goes to 50. Oh, Jones did well. Just got rid of Rotham. Kicks into the pocket. Sheed couldn't mark it. Probably should have. Over the back, Barris did well. Gave it back to Sheed. His right foot snap. Turned it over. Down the throat of Dersma. Inside 50. And Stringer has it. So a couple of mistakes from Sheed. And now Jake Stringer has it 40 yards from goal, pretty tight angle.
Just coming out of the stoppage too easy at the moment, Essendon, and when they are, they're coming out really quick and fast. It's just putting the Eagles defenders under a little bit of pressure there. She just probably had a bit more time to clear his defensive 50 under pressure, turned it over. And Jakey Stringer, Brady Hoff's got the match up on him, but his second effort there, he found himself all by himself inside forward 50.
So Dom Sheed, a late inclusion for Ryan Marrick if you missed it. And now Jake Stringer. It's not a bad effort with the post. So just pierced it. A low one into the post. And it's kicking us. That's keeping West Coast in it. 2-5-17. The Bombers, West Coast 1-1-7. 25 gone in the first term.
You just feel right now, Ryan, that Essendon are coming hard. They've just got to make the most of these opportunities because they've really dominated this first quarter.
Barris sends it forward. Williams couldn't hold it. Cripps reads it well. And now Jack Williams and Jinby. Oh, he has a bounce and he charges away from Big Goldie, who can't keep up. Goes to flying Ryan. He can't quite fly just yet. And Nick Martin reads it beautifully for the Bombers for the interception.
West Coast forwards just too high that last contest. It was Ryan 1v4. That's why Jimmy had to take the bounce, take the game on, because he didn't want to kick it to Ryan first up, and in the end he had to, and just outnumbered there, Ryan.
Nick Martin loves playing against West Coast.
Australian half-back, I reckon, Tommy.
Yeah, trained with him for a season. Didn't get picked up, and now Williams comes to Duggan, the skipper, to half forward and Mackay. Not a great kick from Duggan. Made it tough from Ryan playing from behind. And Mackay comes inboard to Heppel, and then to Caldwell. They want to switch to the far side, and now they can to McGrath. He wants to run. Gives it off to Merritt. His hand pass out into space.
Worked hard.
Now Duersma does well and finds Parrish at half forward.
But Parrish has got it for the Bombers.
Worked really hard there, Ryan. 100 metres.
Socks down. Zave likes that. Sends it inside 50. McGovern's there for West Coast, and he reads it beautifully as he's done countless times over the years. Just quickly for Choice Hotels around the grounds. The D's lead that game by 5 points over Geelong. Very low scoring, just 25 to 20 at half.
Did you say half time?
Half time, I believe. Is that right? That's right.
Right. No, I don't know. Yeah, no, half time.
Yeah, half time it is. Doesn't seem like it, but it is. Witherden's now got it in the back pocket for West Coast and sends it to Duggan. Just trying to take a little bit of possession here, West Coast, and they've done it well now. Jinby gives it off to Waterman. If he's there, who's he kicking to? Jack Williams. Just a little shrug off of his opponent. Handball over the top to Bailey Williams. And now gives it off to Long. Back in the side this week. Sends it goalward. The kick will trickle out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw in right next to the behind post. The Bombers lead this game by 10 points with about 45 seconds left in the opening two.
So half-time, Melbourne 3-7, Geelong 2-8. So low scoring, 15 behinds in that game. Here, it's the Bombers by 10 points. So boundary throwing, get towards quarter time. Goldstein couldn't really win it decisively, but the Bombers have the numbers. They're going to run out through half back. And this man's having an absolute field day, Nick Martin. His kick was for Jones, but Barris did well. Spoiled it, turns it over. Witherden, hand pass over the top. Back to Barris, kicks inside 50. They need a mark. But standing by himself with the socks down, Darcy Parrish.
Barris has been really big for West Coast in this first quarter, and he saved a lot of entries where Essendon are going forward. But again, just how easy Essendon are moving the footy from half back right now.
10 seconds left in the term. Martin's kick was a little sloppy, but he gets another crack at it. He finds Parrish in the middle. I think we'll have another score. The time is ticking down. 3 seconds. Oh, McGrath's going to go quickly. If we get a mark here, will there be a shot? Falls short. But the Bombers, they'll take a 10-point lead into quarter time. And for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Beacon Trade, helping tradies light the homes of Australia. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's.
That's right, buddy. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners is giving you up to $500 cash bonus and supporting Heart Kids Australia with every eligible claim. This year, they're celebrating 25 years of designing quality products with unrivaled reliability, superior performance, and cutting-edge technology. So it's no surprise they have the highest levels of customer satisfaction. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air. Terms and conditions apply.
Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Harmonious design, intuitive experiences, latest AI camera technology. The Motorola Edge 50 Pro. More than a phone, it's a work of art. Right now at Harvey Norman, purchase the Motorola Edge 50 Pro 256 gig for $999 and receive a bonus $200 Harvey Norman gift card and bonus Moto Buds Plus, valued at up to $249. Hurry, offer ends 14th May. Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Bonus buds via redemption. Conditions apply.
Amy's Only in Australia files. When it's backyard cricket season and the umpire, who's also your mum, calls no ball. But that's irrelevant because now her brand new bay window is smashed. That's when you know the lucky country isn't so lucky. So it's
lucky you're with Amy.
Before buying home building insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We'll help you find your fit at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? We've got Bridgestone, free. Yokohama, free. Kumho, free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Plus up to $200 instant cash back on selected Bridgestone, Michelin, Continental and Pirelli tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply. Ready to kick goals on and off the field? You need Employment Hero. From hired to retired, it automates all the pesky parts of HR, recruitment and payroll. Plus, it comes with Smart Match, an AI recruitment tool that matches you with top candidates instantly. Imagine never having to search for people or post a job ad again. Join the 300,000 businesses using Employment Hero to tackle employment admin and get your business back in the game. Search Employment Hero today. It's employment solved.
Hey, there he is. How's dad life?
Phil, I'm so tired, but it's the best.
All settled in with everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Switched my super over to C-Bus too.
What's that got to do with your kid?
Oh, well, I really got to make sure this hard work pays off now. You know.
True.
C-Bus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. To consider if C-Bus is right for you, go to cbussuper.com.au for PDS and TMD. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Cut through the background blah to hear more of the sounds you want to hear with Specsaver's advanced hearing technology.
He gives it everything he's got from outside 50. It's a goal!
Book a hearing appointment with our audiology professionals for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Always follow the directions for use.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Well, the Bombers' inaccurate kickings kept West Coast in it in the first quarter. They're 2-5-17. The Eagles 1-1-7. And for Triple M Reds and Lending, here's the Beastie.
Yeah, thanks, Tommy. Yeah, leading the way for West Coast was Barrish with 10. I'm not sure that's a great sign for them, though. Duggan had the 8, Waterman 5 with a goal already, and Reid pretty quiet, just the 3 disposals for him that half. And for the Bombers, leading the way was Martin, busy all quarter, especially in that last half of that. 11 disposals, 2 clearances. Durham has 9 with 4 clearances. Parrish 8 and Cardwell with 8 as well. Wright and Langford both have a goal each on the Triple M Reds and Lending stats.
All right, let's go downstairs to Hamish Brayshaw. Bob Jane T-Marts have great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply.
Yeah, Liam Ryan was just getting the hammies worked on. I don't think there's anything in that. He's just come off a long hamstring injury. But Drew Petrie, the one for me, 330-game legend, can add another one to the resume. I've never seen it before. Got the bristle brush out and cleaning the bottom of the bloke's shoes to get some dirt out. Not sure I've ever seen that one before from the big dish.
300-plus games and he's cleaning the boots of a couple of rookies. Good on him.
Man of the people, the dish. For C-Bus Super, Embers and Zave.
Essendon well and truly on top around the contest at the moment, and when they've come through the front door, West Coast just haven't not been able to put any pressure on them whatsoever. They're looking really fast. West Coast can't lock any footy inside forward 50. When they do go inside they're outnumbered because I think their forwards right now, the Eagles, are getting high up the ground. They're losing their structure, and it's allowing Essendon to win it across half-back. The only thing Essendon haven't done is that when they've gone really fast, they haven't used the ball going inside forward 50. They've wasted a few opportunities. But right now, you feel like if they can start to take some of those chances, this game could get away from West Coast.
Oh, it could have got away then, Embers. Clearance is 13-5. That's where the big difference needs to be made up for the Eagles. Essendon with Durham, and of course he's had 4, and they've been not scrappy clearance as well. He's been able to break tackles, come out the front. For mine, he's been near on the best player on the ground, but they need to balance those clearance numbers out. Quick, smart West Coast, or the game might get well and truly out of hand this quarter.
So Essendon 2-5-17, the Eagles 1-1-7. That margin is 10 points. Harley Reid starting in the middle of the ground with Tim Kelly and Elliot Yeo, and we've got Durham in there with Zach Merritt and Jake Stringer, and here's Ryan Daniels.
Thank you, Tommy. The package into the middle for the Bombers. Can he spark this game alive? Let's find out. Ball bounced in the middle. Williams and Goldstein, and Stringer straight onto it. He tries to barge through. Another ball got him and Elliot Yeo, and it spills out to Duggan. He's legged a little bit, but he got the hands out. Merritt tries to grab it. Yeo just says, no, it's mine. Hands it off to Cripps. Can he enter an inside 50 beautifully? He can. On the Waterman's got the mark.
Might have hurt himself here, Jake.
Just kick everything near Waterman, wouldn't you?
Laverde was like, he couldn't have done anything more there, Laverde.
He was right up his ginger.
Right up his clacker. I mean, the kick, and this is what happens when you're in such good form like this, you demand the ball and they give it to you. Waterman had no right to get that ball kicked to him, but Cripps just goes, it's Waterman, and I'm going to give it to him.
It was Favola-like, where he used to be able to come out at full speed and put the jukes out, extended to the maximum, and plucked it beautifully. Big kick, he's going to have to kick it 53.
He's already got one tonight. He'll take his absolute best, but that's the kind of form that he's in. Waterman, he comes in slightly to the right. Kick's coming around. It's coming around. He snuck it through. It took his best. And he's in beautiful form. 2 goals for Jakey Waterman. The man is on fire. And they get around him. West Coast move to 2-1-13. Essendon 2-5-17 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off road and off grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan.
Not sure what his contract's doing, Embers, but if I was his manager, I'd just start to bring up a few conversations around how Jake Waterman's going. It's his second goal for the game. The Eagles have kicked 2 in total, but gee whiz, he's blossomed. And we've stayed every week over the last, since he's been in form. It could have gone pear-shaped for Jake at West Coast at the end of last year. There was a few things going on, but it's all smiles now. 15
in the previous 3 games, now 17 in his last 4 for Jake Waterman as he climbs that Coleman leaderboard. McDonald's and Remont Water, Triple M rocks footy. And Durham just tries to burst out, but he's been tackled nicely.
Better pressure from West Coast in the first quarter. They were just coming out of the stoppage way too easy. Essendon under no pressure, which is putting the Eagles defenders under the pump. Now West Coast laying the big tackle.
Elliot Yeo goes inside 50. Couldn't get Waterman again. Out the back, Goldstein gathers. Gave to Martin. He just sets up Verde. Gave it off to Dersma. His kick out of defence. Over the back, McGovern. Can he pick it up? Just leaves behind. Duggan, the skipper, comes in, lends a hand, and happy for it to go across the line, and we'll throw it in on half-back here for the Bombers.
So Jakey Waterman, guys, came in 15 goals in 3 games. Only 8 Eagles have ever done that in a 3-game stretch, and he's among the absolute best company. If you can name them all, you can get a chocolate. In comes the ball on the boundary. Bailey Williams couldn't handle it, and Dersma just throws it on the boot. Sends it forward. Barris, nice little spoil, finds Campbell Chesser. Shrugs off the tackler, gives it to Duggan. He sends it forward, but only as far as Nick Martin. He's had his own footy tonight, and the kick is beautiful to Durham, and just takes a second in the yellow boots. He's had his own footy too. Beast, how many have they got combined?
23 combined now, Rhino.
Absolutely massive for both of those boys early.
So at half-back here for West Coast, with a high handball to Duggan, who comes into Reid, tries to shrug the tackle. He's lucky there, I reckon.
Yeah, non-controlling umpire. He called that from 70 metres away. The controlling umpire was right there and called a play on.
Now he does play on to Cripps. Wants to go fast. That was to Long. Gee, great pick up with one hand by Noah Long. And a nice kick too, because Elliot Yeo's marked it 45 metres from home.
And look how he's walking back in, he's turned his back to everyone, Yoey.
Including Jake Waterman.
Who was by himself. This is Yoey's moment.
Mate, game 200. He's in well, he's almost in career best form. That's saying something because he has won a couple of best and fairest at the West Coast Eagles. And he's just doing what he likes at the moment, but he's certainly got the distance.
Speaking of man adding numbers to a new contract, Elliot Yeo, free agent. At the end of the season, his contract gets bigger and bigger every week he might sign. He's battled injury the past 3 seasons. In game number 200, no surprise, straight through the middle. Couple of quick ones to West Coast, and they're up to 3-1-19. The Bombers 2-5-17, and for the first time tonight, they are in front. And we have gone 4.5 in the second term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboards. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan.
Elliot Yeo absolutely blasted that through, then celebrated to the crowd with an obscure action. I'm not sure what it was about, but he held it for a long time. Look at him. There it is.
The ball.
The ball. He's done
Maybe.
the ball.
Well, he's can do whatever he likes at the moment. Yeo, good form. West Coast is starting to get on top with the midfield. That's what they couldn't do in the first quarter. And they're making the most of these chances now.
4th in the AFL for clearances, 3rd for ground ball gets, and he'd be leading their BNF by the straight. Tommy, he's been in beautiful form, Elliot Yeo. Goldstein and Williams go up again. Tim Kelly's got it. Can't quite get it out of there. Caldwell grabs him and we'll have another ball up.
Elliot Yeo, 7 disposals, 3 clearances to go with that goal tonight so far on the Triple M Reds Atlantic stats.
Thank you, Beastie. Goldstein, nice clever little tap over the back to Perkins. Merritt's handball went straight to Cripps, and now Jinby's got it. Martin's got him, so the handball just trickles out, but it's fine to Edwards, and now Cripps. He's got time, the veteran. Oh, the handball's a shocker, and it's gone to Merritt. He couldn't quite grab it, but McGrath does. And quick hands off to Perkins. Dursman's tackled by Reed. Perkins gets another crack at it, and now Parrish. Hands off to McGrath again. Signed a new 6-year deal during the week, and his kick sends it forward, but McGovern, oh, it slipped through his hands. Uncharacteristic to drop. Guelphy's got it for the Bombers, and now Langford, and now Perkins just shrugs one tackler off. Reed grabs him and gives it off to Parrish, and now McGrath. Oh, Reed grabs him too. Great follow-up work from the first-year rookie from the West Coast Eagles. Darling's got it. And it's a holding the ball decision, 60 metres out from goal. Archie Perkins will get a free kick.
Because Jack Darling had a choice to handball. The pressure was hot. Jack's just got to get the ball in his boot or take his first option. Too slow holding the ball.
So Perkins inside 50. Man all by himself in Langford.
I think he was aiming for Wright, and it would have landed in Wright's chest. That's the second beautiful pass Perkins has made in this game so far. He's having a nice game, especially going inside 50. We've seen him slaughter the ball in the first term. He's been the difference for him going inside.
So Langford's having a nice season as well. 18 goals. Kyle Langford plays taller than what he is, just 192, and plays like a big hulking key forward.
The hunk here, he's hot, Tommy.
Hunk, whatever. Did he make your top 5, Zafe?
No.
He can kick good though. So a nice goal for Kyle Langford with the Mushtaka on. And the Bombers hit back 3-5-23. West Coast 3-1-19. The margin 4 points, 7 gone here in the second term. And downstairs for Bob Jane T. March to hammer.
Yeah, Harrison Jones has just headed down into the rooms with the trainers. Hobbs hasn't started warming up again. He still had 30 minutes on the massage bench in the first, but wait and see what comes of that one.
Hammer, if you had the subs vest on, mate, I reckon you might be getting those glutes squeezed as well.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'd be on there just for the free rub.
Yeah, correct.
So Essendon now back in front. They lead this game by 4 points. Really big crowd here on a Saturday night. They've all brought the scarves and the jackets. Ready to get that tradition going again. Of course, started back in 1993, round 16. Kevin Sheedy. Bombers won that game by 2 points. That's when the fun started. Todd Goldstein couldn't quite get his hands on it. Neither could Kelly, but Bailey Williams picks it off the ground for West Coast and sends it inside 50. Looking for Darling. Didn't quite hit. Heppel to clear. Throws it on the boot. Send towards Sheed and or Guelphy or the boundary. And Nick Martin to clear for Essendon. He's had a ton of the footy. Gives it off to Caldwell. Now Perkins and now Davey. Essendon have worked it beautifully up to the wing. Davey, oh nice, perfectly placed kick for Jade Gresham. He's got it 55 metres out from goal, just assessing his options. He wants to send it long. He sent it towards the big boys, and Peter Wright used all 2 metres of that one. He's got it directly in front, about 15 to 20 metres out. A regulation kick, you'd think, boys.
And Dom Sheeds, we know he's missed a fair bit of football, but just looks like right now he just needs an extra run. Just got beaten in a really easy one-on-one contest here at half-back for West Coast, and on the back of that, they just moved it too quickly. And again, the Eagles defender's out of position, and when the ball's like that, big 2-metre Peter, you just can't stop him.
Already got one tonight. Pointer puts it straight through the middle. The kick was perfect. The Bombers stretch their lead out to 10 points. They go to 4-5-29. West Coast 3-1-19. That's on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan.
Just looking on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay there, Gresham did a really good job. He moved it quick enough, but waited long enough for the play to unfold. Tommy Barras was sitting off 2-metre Peter, which you can't really do because when he gets a run and jump at it, it's hard to get up to that level. And Guelphy just laid his body in between Barras there to give him that extra metre or so, but you've got to close that gap down on 2-metre Peter and not let him launch at the football. He'll take those marks every day of the week.
Couple of goals to 2-metre Peter, couple to Langford. 10-point lead now to the Bombers. From McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. So Bailey Williams just tries to get the body on Goldstein. The tap comes down. Yo goes in and tackles Durham. It's going nowhere.
8 goals for Wright, and this is 4th game of the season on the Triple M Reds Atlantic stats.
So Goldstein wins the tap. Indecisive clearance. The ball comes out the front, though, for Essendon. Hand pass back into traffic. Merritt got it. His hand pass was too fast and wasn't meant for Martin, but it was okay, and he can find Goldstein inside 50. Going back, though, Cole chopping the arms.
I reckon Goldie should put the boot away for a little bit and use his midfielders by hands. A couple of times now he's thought he's 6 foot, and he's not. He's turned both over.
And Tom Cole gives it off to Rotham, and he finds Liam Ryan streaming forward on the wing to take the mark. It's a little cheer from the crowd. Hasn't played a lot of footy recently, Liam Ryan, and hasn't played at home in a year. Ryan takes him on, just charges through the middle, off to Petruccelli. It's going to have to be quick, and he is. Gives it off to Cole, sends it forward. It's all Bombers there. Darling comes crashing in, trying to make a contest, and he does. Handball out to Cripps. What can the veteran do? The snap for Jamie Cripps. It goes across the face of goal. It stays in for now. No, it's gone out. You're going to have a boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket as the behind post shaking.
Yeah, Nick Cox just got shoved into that post. He's okay, though. Making his way back out there.
Second turn in inside 50s, 6-4 in favour of West Coast. They started 4-0, so Essendon's starting to get that in their forward 50 now.
Boundary throw on inside 50 for West Coast. Darling dives on it, gets it out towards Yo. He's tackled by a couple of Bombers. And the ball up 30 out from the Eagles' goal.
Thanks, Elliot. Back this way.
Trailed by 10 points. As Elliot Yo's picked up. Starts the quarter for Yoey. So tap down towards Cripps. Just ran past the footy without it. And then lays a tackle. And that umpire's whistle could be cooked, I reckon.
I agree. Essendon are defending overly well here.
Oh, still deep in their forward line, the Eagles. Chess has got it. Perkins grabs him.
High contact.
High contact paid by the umpire about 60 metres away. So it's going to be a free kick for Campbell Chesser, about 40 out, pretty much directly in front.
Have a look at the Harvey Norman replay. I reckon the umpire might have got it right. So the controlling umpire blindside was the second one here. Just having a little look at the first one, the second one coming in high from McGrath. So, and the umpire that had a good view of it, he was a non-controlling umpire. He called it, and I reckon he got it right.
On the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, say hello to great mobile deals at Harvey Norman. Buy the all-new Motorola Edge 50 Pro and receive a bonus $200 gift card and Moto Buds Plus as Campbell Chesser comes in for West Coast. 40 out, directly in front. How's the kick? It is to the right, as you can tell by the lacklustre murmur from the crowd. And the Eagles have another minor score. They move to 3-2-20. Essendon 4-5-29 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Thought he might have been facing the chopping block this week, Chester, but survived after a game on the Gold Coast. He needs to kick those. He's just struggling to find his best form, the young man.
He needs to work on his kicking, I think. Not just his goal kicking, but his field kicking as well. Bombers at half back. Kick him to the middle of the ground. Dangerous ball. Yo's there. Makes the contest. Ball gets out there to Davey Jr. Ends up with Redmond. Hand pass to Mackay. Back to Davey Jr. Not sure where to go, so goes backwards. And the mark's taken out here by Dersma on the wing.
That was really good play by Redmond. He just put his ears back and went at Elliot Yeo, and not many would do that confidently.
So Dersma kept his width, ended up with a footy. Kicks to the 50-metre arc. Petch sharks it off Barris. Now goes to Hoff. He goes to the wing. Waterman gets over the top and Mackay has it. Now the Bombers have numbers through Heppel, who goes back, and McGrath has it.
Andy McGrath, right on the 50-metre arc. He's the closest player to the Eagles' goal. Quick hands to Heppel. Back to McGrath.
You love that. A little sneaky one too. Unnecessary, but get the numbers up.
Well, Caldwell, he's charged forward and he's kicked it to Guelphy, who's marked it on the wing.
Stand, Tom, stand.
You can tell the umpire tells him to stand, and he does.
Big switch on here.
McGrath, back to Laverty. And he's listened to Yazave and he's sent it towards Kelly, who's got it. West Coast have moved their little zone over beautifully. Mackay takes the short kick.
Outside 5.
And then goes short to Parrish right on the wing. Right in front of us here in the Triple M commentary box. Sends it towards Durham, who's marked it about 80 metres out. He's about to send it inside 50 for the Bombers.
He wheels and goes and wants right. Got up high, couldn't mark. Stringer sharks it, and Stringer goals. Wright made the contest, and Stringer, right place, right time, and the Bombers get their fifth. 5-5-35. West Coast 3-2-20. 15 gone in the second term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard on for Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Here's Embers and Zave.
So the last three now to the Bombers are starting to get on top through the midfield. They're starting to use it.
That was mature, wasn't it, what they did? They just kicked the ball around, controlled it, showed that they were a mature side.
Yep. Well, they blazed away a lot in the first quarter, didn't they? But right now, Parrish is getting hold of it. They're linking up and they're better ball use inside forward 50.
Don't know if you noticed, boys, but you often talk about the competitiveness between Tommy and I when Locke's not here. A nice little assist there, and then Tommy calls a goal. We're working together beautifully.
No, we'll go back to the tape. I feel like you refused to hand it over a couple of times.
Tommy's sitting very quiet over there. I'm not sure they're both on the same
Tommy's
page.
checks and the missus going, he won't give you a go.
Choice Hotels around the grounds. The D's lead by 14 points over Geelong in the third term.
Just text me and said, "You still down at that longest kick or what?"
Another ball up in the middle. Right, tap down. Durham can't quite get it out of there. 3 or 4 Eagles just pile on top of him. One of them's Dom Sheed. Another's Elliot Yeo. And the ump says, give it to me, and I'll do it again.
It's clearly a lie. She doesn't listen.
Peter Wright gets first hands on it. Yeo just trying to charge out of there. Puts it towards Reed on the ground. Davey couldn't pick it up. Scrappy, slippery ball out there at the moment. Parrish, beautiful hands out to Gresham. That was all class from Parrish. How will Gresham use it? He sent it towards Jones. McGovern's with him, and McGovern with the spoil. Trickles out of bounds in the forward pocket for Essendon. They lead this game by 15 points.
Need the next one, West Coast right now. They're just the last 10 minutes, Essendon starting to get on top. West Coast, Harley Reid certainly needs to find a bit of the football. He's been very quiet to start the game.
So boundary throwing. Someone's lost a boot out there. Reid takes it. Langford's got him. He's got a hand pass free though, and goes across the line. It's Gresham's boot.
Witherden just tried to boot it away. Gresham wasn't a big fan of that.
Who's up? Rux. Kyle.
So boundary throwing again. 35 out from the Bombers' goal. Throw it in, and Jack Williams and Langford. No clear winner, but Langford just took it out of that contest. Got a free.
No clear winner. The bloke caught it.
It ends up in his back pocket. Just playing my best. Thanks, Safe.
One clear winner.
Just helping me out. It's got the basket. Just reversed it back over. I'm here for it. Helped me out a second ago, and now just runs the boots in, and the Bombers go inside 50. Into the pocket. Witherden has to be good.
No clear winner in that contest, Tommy.
Yeah. Guelphy couldn't mark it, goes across the line, and we'll throw it in 20 out the goal.
Witherden did really well there. It was a good kick inside forward 50. Guelphy got goal side, just had to come back and get a spoil on, which he did.
And Williams and Langford in the ruck. He gets a hand on it. And Durham just reads it beautifully. Throws it on the left. The snap from Durham is superb. And the Bombers get another one. They're pulling away. They move to 6-5-41. West Coast 3-2-20 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard, and beautifully read by Sam Durham.
The 22-year-old Embers, he's becoming a star of the competition. I know that inside the walls at Essendon. They are super keen on this young man, and the pressure and speed and explosiveness and competitiveness he brings around the contested ball and stoppages. You can see there he's moving forward, and it's not the first time he's done it tonight and escaped from the congestion cleanly.
And fantastic play, but from a West Coast perspective, you just got to make sure that you get goal side. If you want to come through the stoppage, so those bumper bars, he just comes in too easy, too hard. He wanted the football. It was a great setup and a great finish, but I felt West Coast lost their structure around that last stoppage.
So what? Tommy. Durham, 14 disposals, 5 clearances, and to go with that one goal on the Triple M Reds Atlantic stats.
So West Coast got the first 2 of the quarter, and the Bombers have the next 4 in a row. McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy, and they go again. Here's Martin, inside 50. McGovern went back. He's going to get a free kick. So great courage from McGovern.
Great courage. I don't know if he got pushed, did he? But it was great courage. I think he knew something was coming and those ribs were open.
It was Jones who made contact. Now, Witherden's kick is an absolute shocker. Been marked by Dersma, who plays on quick, gives it off to Parrish. Inside 50, spare man here. And Guelphy's marked it.
Didn't move.
McGovern went back, couldn't get a touch on it. And Guelphy's marked at 20 out. If he kicks this, there'll be 5 on the trot for the Bombers.
Flexing their muscles right now, Essendon. Starting to win a lot of footy around the contest. West Coast certainly jumped out of the blocks in this second quarter with the first couple, but since then it's been all Essendon. And Guelphy, the boy from Claremont Footy Club, should really go back and hurt West Coast right now.
Standard haircut this week for Matt Guelphy. Go back to the old peroxide with that kick.
Went back on it.
Missed to the right-hand side. It's a 6-6-42, West Coast 3-2-20. 21 gone in the second term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Tommy Barras has got a nice little match-up out here. If McGovern wants to put it on Dersma's head, I reckon Tommy Barras will take this.
He's seen what you've seen, Zave. That's exactly where he heads. And they all fly, and Barras just slips through his hands. Tim Kelly tries to wrap up Dersma. The ball just held up by Caldwell and or Tim Kelly, and there'll be a ball up about 80 metres out from the Bombers' goal.
Inside 50s now, the last 10 of the last 12 to the Bombers on the Reds Atlantic stats.
Thank you, Beast. They're clearly surging. Harley Reid's got it on the half-back flank. Beautiful handball through to Cole. How can he use it? Looking for Waterman. The kick is okay. It just got to drop short. Mackay is the beneficiary. And now Merritt. Oh, the handball just goes through the legs of Laverty, but Heppel there to recover. The kick smothered. It's Dom Sheed. Came in as a late inclusion. He gives it off to Liam Ryan. Dances around and he's caught. It's going to be holding the ball, and it is. A couple of Eagles premiership stars there, just couldn't quite get it out of the area. Can have a free kick towards Laverty, and 50 metres as well. So that'll take him to about 80 metres out from the Bombers' goal.
And he's going to keep going. This should be nearly another 50.
So Laverty goes short. And he goes to Perkins, sends it inside 50. McGovern had a hand on it, it slipped through, and it's gone to Jinby, who sends it out to the wing, and there's Liam Ryan.
Now out here now, Ryan gives it off to Long, short. Cripps marks at half forward, plenty of space. Reed's out the back. Where's he going to go? Goes shorter, goes back to Long. Reed's deep. Needs to take a mark here. Long wants him. Is Reed going to go? In front though, Jack Williams. Everyone had their eyes on Harley. And Williams marks at the front of the pack.
Well, just got a bit lucky there, West Coast. Turned the footy over when they went inside forward at 50 Essendon, and then from that, West Coast, at least they were able to control the ball with their way that they exited at that particular time. Ryan all by himself, better decision to go inside forward 50. Williams had found a bit of space and marked well.
Move it on.
Showing some good signs this year, Jack Williams. Just a young kid, hulking frame, 20 years old, 200 centimetres, kicks a goal. West Coast needed that one and they stay in touch. 4-2-26, the Bombers 6-6-42. And we have gone 24 minutes to the second term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
They needed that, Embers. They absolutely needed that. I mean, if Essendon were going to kick another one or two before half-time, stick a fork in them. But strong mark. Harley Reid on that occasion went back to try and take the hanger. He's probably lucky he fluffed his lines, because if he did get any higher, it would have been a free kick unrealistic against him. And Williams chopped in. Nice mark and a good finish by the young man. As I said, They really needed that goal.
Quickly down to hammer for Bob Jane.
Yeah, it must be Ben Hobbs has just come off as an emergency that's now the sub because he is doing his entire warm-up on that massage bench. That's clocking at 43 minutes of the game so far down there.
Must be nice. Bounce down in the middle. You just get a little massage while you're watching the footy. You can get masseuse up here, it'd be good.
Boys in the back row just gave you absolutely nothing, Ryan.
Petruccelli.
I thought it was a good one, Ryan.
Good, thank you. Beautiful. Tommy Cole to clear for West Coast. Actually sends it forward. It's Noah Long versus Dyson Heppel. In fact, the boundary's going to win out. We're going to have a boundary throw in about 80 metres out from the West Coast Eagles goal.
Nothing good comes from talking about massive.
Everybody playing it safe.
West Coast mid's gone very quiet in this second quarter. So Yo's had 4 touches. Tim Kelly's only had the 1 touch. Harley Reid's only had 3.
So you say there are no happy endings when it comes to massage conversations,
That'll do
Tommy.
it. Leave me out of everything here.
Tony Goldstein can't quite clear it for Essendon. Zach Merritt to Andy McGrath. And now Dersma. How's the kick? Oh, it sends it to a few. And Archie Perkins good enough in the air to take the grab on the halfback flank.
It's been big tonight, Archie Perkins back into the side. A big quarter. This will be his 8th on the Red Zeds for the quarter. His kick, though, was no good. Kicked it over the head of Goldstein, which is no mean feat. Barris marks, goes back to Duggan. That's a weird hand pass. Now goes to McGovern, sets him up. Oh, nice little sidestep, inboard, and a good kick. Taken by Long. He's been good this quarter. Gives it off to Jinby. Kicks Long. Reid, 1-on-1. And over the top. Third man up.
Is that Ben Mackay? Yeah, Ben Mackay.
Did really well. Left his man, spoiled it across the line. We'll throw it in. 20 out from West Coast goal. They trail by 16 points.
Jack Darling, are you up? Thank you.
Into the ruck. It's going to be Darling and Mackay. Darling just grabs it out of the ruck, gives it to the pocket. It's going to trickle over again, and we're going to have another boundary throw in, basically in exactly the same spot. Darling.
Ben and Jack, same again.
Cats have pulled within 2 points at the MCG, thanks to Choice Hotels. It's nearing 3/4 time.
West Coast are dangerous at these stoppages, Rhino.
Well, the tap from Mackay comes down. Chesser gives it off to Kelly, but he couldn't quite win it cleanly. Merritt tries to clear for Essendon, and sort of half does, sends it up to the wing. There's a pack of players out there. Oh, it's Langford. Nice pickup. Gives it off to Perkins in the pink boots. Sends it over the top. It's Goldstein versus Williams. 2 big giant men, and Williams, the younger man, is going to win out, and he's going to clear it for West Coast. But he's going to send it straight to a bomber, and it's Jade Gresham, and he's got all the time in the world to find a target, and he does. And it's a perfect target because it's the skipper in Zach Merritt. Just a calamity. 2 big, loping ruckman. Bailey Williams got ahead of himself, collected it, and then turned it over.
Strange, very strange, Embers. Zach Merritt needs to kick this just for his own night. He's found the footy 14 disposals, but only going 57% and had 10 handballs in that. So he's missing targets by foot and by hand, which is extremely unusual, but he's a beautiful kick of the football.
One of these stars of the competition in all Australian form. Anzac medal last week. In comes Zachy Merritt, and that one is perfect. Don't worry about the efficiency, it's on the rise. And the Bombers, they get one back, 7-6-48. West Coast 4-2-26. Essendon lead this game by 22 points with about 3 minutes to go in the first half.
But again, West Coast will be disappointed with that inside 50 just before that the boundary throw-in. They had an opportunity to be able to set up behind the footy, and it just comes out way too easy. They should be able to lock that ball in, get a repeat shot on goal. But on the flip side of that, Essendon do go inside their forward 50. Of course, it was a bad kick from Bailey Williams coming out, but they just got to do a lot better at the moment when they do win territory, which they haven't been able to do at all this quarter. When they do go in there, they've got to be able to lock it in there and find ways to be able to score.
Merritt now with 15 disposals, 2 clearances to go to that goal on the Triple M Reds and leading stats.
The goals, Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. It's a couple of minutes to go here in the second quarter. And Bailey Williams into the middle. The tap though won by Goldstein. Taken by Parrish. Clearing kick. Another clearance for Essendon. To half forward. Here comes Harry Jones. Gathers. Go back by hand to Cox. Then to Perkins. They've got numbers now at half forward. Jones again. Just touched. Cut off nicely by McGovern. Gives it off to Kelly. Now they can run from half back.
So it's Cole. Quick hands off to Yo. He needs to be clever and he needs to be quick. He just does a 360 but gets out of the tackle somehow. And now Cole just keeps it in. And the kick is nice. It's to Witherden in the middle of the ground. He gives it off to Petruccelli. He has to dance around Langford and he does it well. Sees Hoff. A big switch on here for West Coast. He's got Sheed short if he wants it, and that's where he goes. Dom Sheed laid in tonight for Ryan Marrick. Takes the mark on the wing, on the broadcast side here. Right in front of the Triple M commentary box. Sheed sends it forward. It's Waterman and or Williams over the top of both of them. Fresh area from Laverty with the fist. Dersma, quick hands over the back to Goldstein, and Andy McGrath will clear for the Bombers.
That's a bounce and a bit of pace. Hand pass inside. Lands in the hands of Merritt. He gives it off. Now Gresham over the back. McGovern versus Langford. One-on-one. Langford just shoved McGovern over. Created the space. Out the back. Oh, hand pass just missed Harry Jones. He was streaming into an open goal. And it goes across the line. We'll throw it in near the behind post.
Yeah, they missed one there, Essendon. Guelphy's handball was just horrible there. Jones would have run into an open goal. This slingshot footy at the moment from Essendon is really putting the Eagles defenders under the pump.
That's Wright versus Williams. Close to the Bombers' goal. Hoff trying to clear for West Coast. Merritt grabs him in a great tackle. He's going to have a ball up at 45 metres out from the Bombers' goal. Slight angle. About a minute 20 left in this opening half. The Bombers lead this game by 22 points. Just throws it up. Right, quick hands, but only as far as Kelly. Cox has got him. We're going to have another ball up. Ball hasn't moved.
They're on the ropes here, West Coast. They can't afford to give another one away this last minute.
Up we go again. Right, over the top. Barris clears with it. Just a kick in hope, and he finds Mason Redmond for the Bombers. They're just peppering the 50, and Wright's got it. 55 out, really tight angle. This would take his absolute best. Looks like he's thinking about having a shot. He is.
Kicked the ball a long way, Peter Wright.
Tough spot to kick one from here. Tough spot.
He's got 2 goals already. You're getting some advice from the West Coast Eagles fans in the front row there. In comes 2 metre Peter. Sends it towards the goal square. They all fly, and it's fisted over the boundary line by the West Coast Eagles defenders. The boundary throw in. 30 seconds to go in the opening half. The Bombers lead the game by 22 points.
Better result for Essendon here to get a boundary throw in. Ideally, West Coast would have punched that ball through for a rush behind. It gives the Bombers a chance now for the final score of this second quarter.
So Williams up against Wright. Wright tapped it to the front, but Petrocelli snagged it. And then kicks a clearing kick. Wants Reed over the top. Is Mackay and thumps it across the line. Of course, we're here for Ream Hot Water. Hot water needs replacing. Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. We tick down towards half time. The Bombers lead by 22 points. Bailey Williams just trying to take it out of the ruck, but dropped it and then fell over. Parrish up against Reed. Reed shoves him across the line. The fans liked it. Essendon players don't like it, but nothing in it. We'll throw it in almost right in front of our commentary box.
10 seconds to go, so whoever wins this clearance will have to be very, very clean. We're about 80 to 90 metres out from the Bombers' goal. Further for West Coast. It sort of trickles over the back. Tim Kelly's got it. 3 seconds. They're going to run out of time, West Coast. He sends it forward. They all fly, and the siren goes just as Jack Darling and Luke Edwards try to stream forward. The Bombers lead this game by 22 points at half-time for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter, the Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Tradies, gear up for winter with Hard Yakka. We're redefining toughness for the colder months. Our new winter range for men and women is here, featuring a huge selection of ultra-warm jackets and vests ready to shield you from the elements. And our iconic 3056 tradie boot, a must-have for the season. Every item crafted for durability and outstanding performance. So get your winter gear sorted at your nearest stockist or visit hardyakka.com. For the Aussie legends of today, Hard Yakka, nothing's tougher.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
So ask your plumber for Ream, Australia's #1.
What's on your Aussie bucket list? Sitting around the campfire on a beach at Exmouth after fishing all day? Exploring the tip of Cape York or the bottom of the Eyre Peninsula? Do it all in a titanium caravan. Australian made, Australian owned, superior quality and ultimate comfort. With titanium caravans, you can go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. Experience titanium caravans for yourself in their Epping showroom or visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
At Bunnings Trade, we can help you get the win with Power Pass. Get exclusive prices on heavy hitters like AEG, Makita, DeWalt, Pazload, Bosch and loads more. Break through the pack with fast checkout through the Power Pass app. Get end-to-end support in-store and over the phone. And pick up the bill with flexible payment options, including cash, credit or a 30-day account. Back the winning team. Sign up for Power Pass today. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
That's right, buddy. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners is giving you up to $500 cash bonus and supporting Heart Kids Australia with every eligible claim. This year, they're celebrating 25 years of designing quality products with unrivaled reliability, superior performance and cutting-edge technology. So it's no surprise they have the highest levels of customer satisfaction. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air. Terms and conditions apply.
Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Harmonious design, intuitive experiences, latest AI camera technology. The Motorola Edge 50 Pro. More than a phone, it's a work of art. Right now at Harvey Norman, purchase the Motorola Edge 50 Pro 256 gig for $999 and receive a bonus $200 Harvey Norman gift card and bonus Moto Buds Plus, valued at up to $249. Hurry, offer ends 14th May. Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Bonus buds via redemption. Conditions apply.
Amy's Only in Australia files. When it's backyard cricket season and the umpire, who's also your mum, calls no ball. But that's irrelevant because now her brand new bay window is smashed. That's when you know the lucky country isn't so lucky. So it's
Lucky you're with Amy.
Before buying home building insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This halftime break for Specsavers. Was that the halftime siren? Or did you just get a text? Don't miss a thing with Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing appointment today for high definition sound at low Specsavers prices.
All right, this is the halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Was that the halftime siren, or did you just get a text? Don't miss a thing with Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing appointment today for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. As Ryan Daniels comes back, look at that for a smorgasbord sandwich, sausage roll and a pie. Dave, West Coast outplayed in the first half. Their midfield was dominated by Essendon.
The numbers simply say the footy was found by the Bombers, 203 disposals to 163, led by Parrish, Martin and Merritt and McGrath, the usuals. More so, the inside 50s, 30 to 19. Essendon, I feel as though the margin at what it is probably could have been a fair bit heavier, 22 points at half-time. West Coast, I don't feel as though they are in the game at the moment. They kicked 2 quick goals at the start of that term, and then Jades one later. But apart from that, the middle, 80% of that quarter was pretty well dominant by the Essendon Football Club.
Look at a couple of nice young midfielders. Archie Perkins back into the side today. Sam Durham was great in the first half.
Durham's the man. I'm really impressed with him. 14 disposals and a hot dog. I don't want to go through beast stats too much because I know that he's going to clear the floor in a minute. But he's powerful. And I was speaking to someone randomly about the Essendon Football Club, and he adds something to that midfield of Merritt and Parrish and those guys, where it's competitiveness, it's speed, it's pressure on the football. It's the stuff that those guys who are the well-known players and the stars don't particularly do as their one would. They do it, but Durham can do it at a different level, and that sort of complemented the other guys really, really well. And tonight, the 5 clearances, the most on the field, and he's found a beautiful goal as well.
And across half-back, Nick Martin, Rhino's just doing what he wants, just keeps racking up the numbers.
Yeah, he's a star. He came into this round, 5th most disposals in the AFL, the only guys with more of the footy on average.
It's a very halfback
It is. Well, Sammy Walsh and Caleb Sarong are the two, number 1 and 2 in
Sam
terms
Walsh?
of average, not total,
average. Sorry.
And then the other two are halfbacks, Harry Sheasel, of course, and then Lockie Whitfield at GWS. So 3 of the top 5 halfbacks, but he's playing the role really, really well, and he's a really good user of the footy. He's made a couple of blues tonight, but mostly good decisions in a lot of pressure as well. So, of course, as you mentioned in the call, Tommy, he trained with West Coast just for a month block there and didn't quite work out. Had a couple of niggles at the time, never really got a clean run at it. But
he wasn't this version. I watched him play waffle a lot. He wasn't this version of player. He was a nice, neat, crafty player.
Went back to Subi.
Yeah, Subiaco player. Essendon took not a flyer on him, but somewhat of a flyer. And if you find a player that can run and can kick the football, you're halfway there, and he can do both brilliantly.
They took him with one of their COVID picks, the supplementary picks at the 2021. They took him. They had like 4 picks. It's around the time the Eagles took Hugh Dixon and Joyce and those kind of guys and Patrick Naish. But he's this year when he's gone to half back, like people just haven't gone near him. Just keeps racking it up, covers the ground so well. And you mentioned before it could be an all-Australian selection across half-back.
Yeah, I think Zave said that, but I totally agree. I just think in terms of like how the Bombers are playing, and it's Merritt, it's Durham, and it's him. They're their 3 key movers.
Yeah.
And obviously Parrish as well.
Parrish and McGrath are probably the level below that, I think. But
that's a really good 5. And we often talk about the Bombers and say, where are the stars? Well, there's some starting to just emerge as maybe not scratching the A+, but maybe the lower end of the A's and the high B's.
Yeah, Merritt's the A+, clearly an A+. He hasn't had the best Zach Merritt night tonight, even though he's had 16 touches, but his disposal efficiency for him, I said the bar really high for Zach Merritt.
It's been a weird one because there's the odd handball that goes and
the handball's a missing target
through the legs to no one,
which has been unusual.
Yeah.
But he's been nice tonight with the 16-1, but it hasn't been his best game. So he's been a supportive player tonight for Durham and those guys.
They've got depth through their midfield, whereas West Coast rely on 2 or 3. And if Elliot Yeo, Tim Kelly, and even Harley Reid aren't having huge games,
well, Harley Reid hasn't seen the footy tonight.
Yeah.
It's been very, very quiet. Yoey, other than that long goal he kicked, he's tried hard, but he hasn't been the Elliot Yeo that Elliot Yeo's been beaten, I would say, by the person he's standing next to at the centre bouncers.
Yeah.
And Kelly, he was really quiet that quarter. So I think if I was Adam Simpson, I'd be directing a lot of the conversation in the midfield, who we've heaped praise on in the last few weeks about how destructive they have been coming out of the centre bouncers.
They're desperate to get Matt Flynn back. I mean, Bailey Williams is just week in, week out. He's toiling away, but he's not big enough, and they see him as a forward.
Yeah.
And like Goldie tonight just keeps dominating again.
So Matty Flynn's probably...
Matt Flynn's not.
No, he's not, but he is a ruckman. And I don't think that Bailey Williams is a ruckman. I mean,
players get better when they don't play.
Yeah.
They do. They get every week, wait until so-and-so comes back.
You're right.
Like so-and-so didn't get a game, so what are we waiting for?
He'll be a serviceable ruckman. But I think the key is that he is a ruckman.
But
so
they
Bailey's
recruited
breaking down a little bit.
an injured player who struggled to play for the Giants, and now all of a sudden he comes to West Coast, and it's like, have to get Flynn back. Like, it's no surprise he's injured again.
I mean, I think, like you said, I think it will help them with their structure a little bit. And Bailey Williams becomes the chop-out ruckman, and he's a little bit of a menace up forward. He's half decent up there, but I think just having a solid actual ruckman who knows the basics of the craft.
And West Coast have been a lot better the last month, but you used, I think the words you used then was a solid and half decent, and that probably sums up the time we've had the last couple of years.
It does. So he should be back just after the bye, I believe, Tommy.
All right, choice hotels around the grounds. Whatever your reason for travelling, you'll get the lowest price guarantee when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead and book it, and it is the Cats. They've fought back 2-point leaders over Melbourne, and it's it's dominated by the behinds. The Geelong 6-10. The Demons 5-14 in that game, and of course the Cats undefeated.
Undefeated, yes. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the Cats are going to be any good this year, Rhino?
Oh, you wrote them off, and I said no. Clearly, the Cats are going to be a good side.
Yes, no, they are. But they're just. I think the most impressive part of Geelong, and we talk about the star power. Of course, Jeremy Cameron's a different level. But Mitch Duncan and those guys aren't what they were.
No.
Holmes and those sort of guys are coming up.
Yeah, it's been
Brian
Holmes,
Myers, that sort of stuff. They are going so well. They do it really, really well down the highway in Geelong. They manage to somehow stay relevant, which clubs are desperate to do, and they can do it so well.
All right, Amy Clanger time. Now, producer Leachy buzzed me and said, We're short on clangers. The call's been that good, and I thought I might as well step up and give him one. So our clangers happen. Lucky you're with Amy. Jack Williams and Langford. No clear winner, but Langford just took it out of that contest. Got a 3.
No clear winner. The bloke caught it.
It ends up in his back pocket. Just playing my best. Thanks, Dave.
One clear winner.
Just helping me out. Got the basket. Just reversed it back over. I'm here for it.
Tommy.
That's a fair point by
That's
Dave.
fair. I had to call it out.
That's fair.
In a hit out, there's no clearer winner than the man that grabs it.
We hold ourselves accountable here in the Triple M.
I like it. Just like you finishing last in the 10K kickover this morning.
Look, I think the rules were bent. The distance says I kicked it longer than two premiership players.
Beaten by Danny Shuey Michelle. Good from you. All right, from McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, we're coming back with a big second half. Can West Coast get back into it? From McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That halftime break for Specsavers. Was that the halftime siren, or did you just get a text? Don't miss a thing with Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing appointment today for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Across WA, you'll hear the sound of extensive upgrades to our transport infrastructure taking place. Major work is being conducted across our road, rail, marine and shared path infrastructure.
That's right, Tommy. So thanks for your patience from all those helping to build a more connected WA. To find out more, search Building for Tomorrow.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We'll help you find your fit at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? We've got Bridgestone, free. Yokohama, free. Kumho, free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Plus up to $200 instant cashback on selected Bridgestone, Michelin, Continental and Pirelli tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply. Ready to kick goals on and off the field? You need Employment Hero. From hired to retired, it automates all the pesky parts of HR, recruitment and payroll. Plus, it comes with Smart Match, an AI recruitment tool that matches you with top candidates instantly. Imagine never having to search for people or post a job ad again. Join the 300,000 businesses using Employment Hero to tackle employment admin and get your business back in the game. Search Employment Hero today. It's employment solved.
Hey, there he is. How's dad life?
Phil, I'm so tired, but it's the best.
All settled in with everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Switched my super over to C-Bus too.
What's that got to do with your kid?
Oh, well, I really got to make sure this hard work pays off now. You know.
True.
C-Bus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. To consider if C-Bus is right for you, go to cbussuper.com.au for a PDS and TMD. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Cut through the background blah to hear more of the sounds you want to hear with Specsavers Advanced Hearing Technology.
He gives it everything he's got from outside 50. It's a goal!
Book a hearing appointment with our audiology professionals for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Always follow the directions for use.
Tradies, gear up for winter with Hard Yakka. We're redefining toughness for the colder months. Our new winter range for men and women is here, featuring a huge selection of ultra-warm jackets and vests ready to shield you from the elements. And our iconic 3056 tradie boot, a must-have for the season. Every item crafted for durability and outstanding performance. So get your winter gear sorted at your nearest stockist or visit hardyakka.com. For the Aussie legends of today, Hard Yakka, nothing's tougher.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
So ask your plumber for Ream, Australia's #1.
What's on your Aussie bucket list? Sitting around the campfire on a beach at Exmouth after fishing all day? Exploring the tip of Cape York or the bottom of the Eyre Peninsula? Do it all in a titanium caravan. Australian made, Australian owned, superior quality and ultimate comfort. With titanium caravans, you can go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. Experience Titanium Caravans for yourself in their Epping showroom or visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Bunnings Trade. Tackle this season with Bunnings Trade Power Pass, the essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Apply today. T's and C's apply. See website for details.
Welcome back to Optus Stadium, where Essendon lead at halftime by 22 points from McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. This is the halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Was that the halftime siren, or did you just get a text? Don't miss a thing with Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing appointment today for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. And to break it all down for us, the man, the myth, the legend, Beast, you've got some wonderful stats there for us.
I don't know about wonderful, but I'll see what I got, Rhino. We'll see what we got here. But Essendon are in front, so it's a good night for me. Leading the way for West Coast was Barras with 13. So too with Duggan. He had the 13 as well. Cripps 10. Yo and Kelly both 9. Yo had the 3 clearances and a goal to go with that. Waterman 2 goals in that half. He moves into third in the Coleman medal chase on 23 for the season. Williams had the 1. Harley Reid a bit quiet with just 6 disposals. And for the Bombers, Parrish led the way. Socks down, looking good. 18 disposals, 3 clearances for him. Martin 17 with 2. Merritt 16-2 with a goal. Durham had 14, 5 clearances, a goal for him. Perkins and Dersma both with 13. Perkins really got going in that second term as well. Langford and Wright both with 2 goals each, and the Bombers were a plus 38 in disposal, plus 5 in contested possession, a plus 18 in hit out, a plus 5 in clearance, and a plus 11 in inside 50s on the Triple M Red Z lending stats for the half.
Beautifully done. Thank you, Beast. And for Choice Hotels around the grounds, we've got a 4-point lead for the D's. We're 18 minutes into that final term there at the MCG. So a close one. Can the Cats remain undefeated? Earlier today, St Kilda winners by 38 points over North Melbourne. The Swans won the Battle of the Bridge by 29 points. And of course, earlier in the round, Carlton went down to Collingwood in a thriller at the MCG last night. Nick Dacos with the match-winning goal, and the Crows won the showdown by 5 goals on Thursday night. And Bunnings Trade, they can help you get the win with Power Pass. Access exclusive prices on heavy hitter trade brands. Break through the pack with fast checkout through the Power Pass app. Get end-to-end support in-store and over the phone. Plus, pick up the bill with flexible payment options, including cash, credit, or a 30-day accounts. Back the winning team and apply for Power Pass.
I'm a big Power Pass man, Rhino.
I love Power Pass. I use it all the time. Yeah, I actually do.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing when you go to Bunnings? What's the first aisle you head down?
Look, at the moment, it's gardening. So I'm big on
gardening?
Yeah, because, we've got quite a big garden out the back, and so a lot of work needs to go into it. So,
Embers, have you ever been to Bunnings?
Very hard to go past the sausage sizzle. I walk in there, I've got all the great intentions to go in there, and I just see the smell. Snagger. Even if it's 8:30 in the morning, I get the onions and the sauce, and I'm very happy just to eat it while the wife goes in there and pays for everything and comes back out.
Just hang out the front, straight back to the car.
What did we get, babe?
Embers has never been to Bunnings. Why would he when he's got a gardener?
I'm the gardener.
Oh, baloney.
All right, just quickly, can West Coast get back in it?
No.
Okay, that's very quick. Embers?
Listen, my heart says hopefully, but they really need a spark. So that's last second quarter there. Just they could not get their hands on the football at all. Yo, Kelly, Harley Reid, they're all starting inside. If they can start to win some footy, they're a chance. If they don't fire in this third quarter, it's game over.
All right, the D's up by 10 points for Choice Hotels around the grounds against Geelong in the final term. Here we go here at Optus. So let's hope to get a big second half. West Coast trail by 22 points. Williams gets up high, and Kelly comes out of the middle. First clearance, goes short and finds Cripps. And hands off quickly to Yo. He's going to go inside 50. Well, that's where he goes. Why would you go anywhere else?
And this is what happens, when you're in form. He's not Wayne Carey-like, but, every time you go inside forward 50 Wayne Carey's team, you just kick it to him. They are just kicking the ball to Jake Waterman at the moment, regardless of where he's at.
We used to get in trouble with Lance Franklin.
Same thing.
It's just like a magnet goes to that player who's in form. That was fantastic play out of the midfield by West Coast, starting with Cowley and Yo, and great play. And maybe my short answer of no was incorrect. as Jake Waterman tries to get his breath back because he was absolutely charging then.
All right, when he kicks this beastie, I'm going to come to you for a Coleman medal update, please. And we'll back him in from 50. Jake struts in just inside 50. And, of course, he misses the right-hand side. So, a couple tonight already for Jake. They get 1 point back. 4-3-27. The Bombers 7-6-48. Triple M, Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Mason Redmond to take the kick out for the Bombers. And the Red Dog just...
Oh, mad dog, look at him.
He wants to go long, and he does. Archie Perkins to fly. He can't quite hold the grab. Jinby and Yo are there for West Coast, but it's Dersma who shovels it out for the Bombers. Only as far as Jinby throws it on the left. The kick is a bit of a worm burner, and it's shocker, but Darling's picked it up. McGrath grabs him. We're going to have a ball up about 55 metres out from the West Coast Eagles goal. Just the one behind so far in this term. The Bombers lead the game by 21 points. Ball trickles over the back. McGrath's got it. Now Heppel. And now Martin. Nice little dance step at Parrish. Keep an eye on Toddy Goldstein. Looked a bit sore after that contest. Parrish's kick wasn't great. Hoff grabs it and he trickles over the boundary line. And Hayne will keep an eye on Toddy Goldstein for us, but he's trudging towards the ruck contest as we speak. The Bombers lead this game by 21 points.
Looks sore. No wonder. He leads the AFL all-time hit-outs record. 10,000 for Todd Goldstein. Bradley Williams wins that one. Kelly tries to just go past Goldie, but he wraps him up in a big bear hug.
Thanks, Jim.
The umpire says, I'll have it.
Todd, same again. I'm out this way.
2.5 gone here in the third term. Goldstein tapped it straight to Kelly. Got some space. Bit of separation. Kicks to half forward.
Good mark.
Strong mark. Nice mark by Redmond. Up against Petrocelli on his defensive 50. Called to play on and now goes. And kicks across half back. Mark taken out there. The Bombers, and by hand, another hand pass again. They go to the far side wing. That's pretty fancy work. It's going to be a throw though. It's going to go against Langford.
Too fancy, Tommy.
It's going to go to Witherden, who goes short.
Stand, play on.
And the Eagles can run off half back.
No, Rothan went back to Witherden. He goes by hand to McGovern. A safe pair of hands those are. And finds Tom Barris, and they're trying to switch here, West Coast. He goes short to Duggan. They've moved to the other half-back flank now. The skipper, he goes with a little bit more aggression, sends it towards Bailey Williams. Good hands against Goldstein.
That's 50.
And 50. That'll put him within scoring range. Big Bailey Williams. He's going to have a shot from probably about 40 out. 45-degree angle.
This is big. This is really big for West Coast because of the start of this third quarter well. And Todd Goldstein there just out of position. It's a good 50. He should be kicking from maybe 35 here, 40.
Very generous. So Bailey Williams, as Ember said, this will be a good start for West Coast. They trail this game by 21 points. Need to get cracking. In comes big Bailey Williams. What can the big man do? Big Bailey's kick truly. The crowd reacts. They love it. And the Eagles get one back. 5-3-33. Essendon 7-6-48 on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Tackle this season with Bunnings Trade Power Pass, the essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Apply today. T's and C's apply. See the website for details.
Well, strong mark in a part of his game that we spoke at half time that, you know, with Flynn potentially returning, he will play forward more. Yeah, if you can do that, jump up high, 4 in the pack, take a strong contested mark, and then the goal kicking it there, it looked like a natural action. It would be a nice third banana down there as West Coast start to grow.
So Dom Sheed onto the ground and straight into the middle.
What's Dom Sheed's numbers beast thus far, please?
6 disposals, X.
Quiet again for Dom Sheed. Third game back, but played the last 2 as a sub. Of course, the debutant Harvey Johnson is the sub this week. The free kick's going to go to Goldstein here.
Just back to here, please, Bailey.
The umpire still rocking that whistle.
Time back on, stand.
Wants to sub that one out for a new one. Goldstein goes short.
Stand.
Here's Merritt in the middle of the ground. Normally such a good user of the footy. And that is pinpoint precision. And Gresham's marked at 50 out.
That was an amazing kick, Embers.
And I think Gresham was the one on the lead, so he's a small player. Jimby was coming back with the fly of the football, jumped high, and was it might have been Duggan that was on Gresham at the time, so it had to be centimetre perfect, dare I say it. And of course Zach Merritt was going to hit him.
So Gresham, average over a goal again this year, gets the extra couple of metres, won't have the journey. Going back, strong hands. You can raffle it. We've got a Tom Barris in the square.
A centimetre perfect call there from Embers means your old man gets... How much is the royalty on that every time someone uses it, Beast?
I think it's up to 25 cents now, Rhino.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's all. Watch me dust it off.
You get a few in tonight.
Nice pass there. That's centimetre perfect.
Rotham has got it in the back pocket for West Coast. He's going to switch it back to Barris, the man it started with. And he's looking for Tim Kelly. He's got it on the half-back flank. Had a quiet night, but there's plenty of time to go. And he goes for Petruccelli. Normally likes a bit of dash and dare, but this time he has to just hold up for a second. And now he goes. Petruccelli sends it towards Darling. It goes over his head. Marking it is Ben Mackay. Another intercept disposal. He's very good at reading the play, Ben Mackay.
Just got to find a way to insert himself in the game now, Jack Darling. Things haven't gone his way. Ben Mackay is a very good defender. Just hope he's not in his head because he can still have an impact in this second half.
Petruccelli just kicked it over his head. So Choice Hotels around the grounds. Cats back in front by 2 points.
Sounds like a good game, low scoring, but it's gone back and forth in that last quarter.
Here, the Bombers lead the way by 15. 7 gone in the third term. Boundary throwing. Just on their 50-metre arc. Commentary box side. They go out again. Bailey Williams and Goldstein. Goldstein, nice tap. Ends up here with Perkins. In fact, it's Durham over the top. Back to Goldstein, playing like a rover. And he's gone. Tried to do a bit too much. And run onto it. Couldn't kick it. Picked it up. Tackled by Cole. And it's holding the footy.
What would you be saying, Embers, if you're in the black and red tonight at Goldie?
You've been a great player, mate, but just maybe keep it really simple.
Well, Cole's kick's been intercepted by Redmond. Kelly holds him up and gives him a warning, but it's
2 metres forward. 2 metres
no
forward.
50.
Stand.
Redmond just holds it up. Just a ton of players inside the Bombers 50. What can Redmond find? He sends it forward to Harrison Jones. Goes over his head, trickles out of bounds into the forward pocket for the Bombers. They lead this game by 15 points on the Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard. About 14 minutes to go in this third term.
So boundary throwing. This time Peter Wright and Bailey Williams. No clear winner that time. Ends up here with Sheed. Hand passes out into space, back near the boundary line. And it rolls out in front of Duggan and Langford.
I'll take it. Okay. Peter Bailey.
Essendon by 15 points. 9 going here in the third term. Keep a close eye for Choice Hotels around the grounds on that D's and Cats clash in the 4 term. And Bailey Williams, one out of the ruck and then kicked it straight into Tim Kelly's head. It bounces back. Rotham just taps back to McGovern. His hand pass inside, sets up Cole. Turnover. Bombers have the numbers. Ends up here with Langford. Hand passes out wide. Merritt on his right side. Oh, he nails it. Classy player. Classy finish. And Zach Merritt's turning it on in the third term.
Simply set up, Merritt. He's kicked his second goal. That was set up by that aggression we've spoken about. It was a Durham who came on in and just split the Eagles player down the middle. Just looking on the Triple M, Harvey Norman replay. West Coast mucking around with it. Gov with a bit of a hospital handball and bang. Just opened up that contest and away they went. But a great finish by Merritt on his right.
And I just love that heat inside forward 50. That's important to be able to create turnovers in your forward half. West Coast haven't been able to do it. Essendon do it, get the goal.
Saw that on the Harvey Norman replay. Say hello to Great Mobile Deals at Harvey Norman. Buy the all-new Motorola Edge 50 Pro and receive a bonus $200 gift card and Moto Buds Plus. Geez, that's a good deal. Harvey Norman going beautifully.
Mother's Day around the corner.
Cody Goldstein and Bailey Williams in the ruck. Bombers win it out of there. Stringer just throws it forward with a big boot. McGovern got a hand on it, and Duggan trying to clear for the Eagles. He does, but it's to a contest. Cox, those big long arms, grabs it, gives it off to the package. The kick smothered by Harley Reid. Cole trying to clear for the Eagles. Clever little tap. Chesser and or with it and grab it. Ball held up. We're going to have a A ball up about 45 metres out, 45-degree angle from the Bombers' goal.
It's just needing a spark at the moment, the Eagles. Harley Reid's the one, maybe. He's pushed forward. Might have to get him on ball for a little bit.
Here's Gresham. That's a good ball. Squares it up. But Jimby read it well for the Eagles and takes a saving mark. Our choice hotels around the grounds. The D's back up by 4 points. Halfway through the final quarter against Geelong. I'll turn over here. Redmond's done well. Steps inside, but took too long. Had to be holding the ball. Comes free. Ends up with Langford. And he misses to the right-hand side. In fact, it was Caldwell. So lucky there. West Coast as Caldwell misses. 8-7-55 the Bombers. West Coast 5-3-33. 11 gone in the third term. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
I think it was actually the handball got smothered.
Yeah, smothered handball.
So Duggan sends it to the wing. Darling, the Eagle to fly. It trickles over the back to Elliot Yeo. Just throws it on the left boot. And it's Reid versus McGrath. And the number 1 draft pick gets it and just burns off.
Number 1 be number 1.
There, sends it exactly. Sends it to Noah Long, but the kick wasn't great. And the Bombers can clear. And they do, but it's a messy clearance. And Heppel, just to tidy it up for the Bombers. Jinby's there for West Coast. She jumps in as well. It's going to be held up here. Bombers just weren't quite clean enough off halfback there.
West Coast very lucky there. Turnover footy in the middle of the ground from Harley Reid. Normally they can just slice it through the middle. They did well to be able to get a stoppage.
So Goldstein won the tap. Ends up though with Yeo. Kicks a high ball to half forward. Darling made a contest, but Redmond gathers nicely for Essendon. Kicks out and wants Caldwell. It bounces in front of him and will throw it in on the far side wing.
Just broken down across half forward tonight, West Coast, when they've gone inside forward 50, they just, when that ball comes to ground, their smalls just haven't been able to have an impact, and it's been McGrath, it's been Martin. They've just won really easy football and just been able to get the ball out of their defensive half quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Embers with a Triple M Seabus Super special comments. Seabus Super making hard work pay off since 1984. Down and throwing, ball going nowhere, so we'll ball it up. It's Essendon by 22 points, 13 gone in the third term.
Thank you, Tom Atkinson. Jack Williams just grabs it and boots it forward. It's to a contest. There's more Bombers than Eagles there, and it spills over the top. Flying Ryan's there for West Coast. He tries to tackle Kelly, just hands it off to Mackay. Ump says it's fine. Redmond throws it on the boot. Yo's there for West Coast against 2 Bombers. Luke Edwards to clear now. Off to Jack Williams. The kick is perfect, and he's found Noah Long. Beautiful little chip kick from Jack Williams, and Noah Long will have a shot about 40 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Good work from Chesser there. Made a touch, then a Shepherd.
Just trying to manufacture a loose behind the football at the moment, Essendon, and West Coast got to be really mindful of manning that one up. I think I like it when it's equal numbers inside forward 50. Long repeat inside forward 50. He was all by himself. This is huge.
But Noah Long missed last week with a corky on the hip. How is that hip going? Well, no.
Oh.
It's going a little to the right.
Now, I look forward to getting down to Hamish Brazier on the boundary, because Hobbs is off the massage table, Hammer.
Yeah, mate, we're on Hobbs' watch. He's currently standing up. He is ready to go. Not sure who's been given the sub jacket. It could be Dyson Heppel, it could be Matt Guelphy. I'm not 100% sure yet.
So Essendon worked it out a full back with a chain of hand passes, and then Peter Wright kicks it out of bounds to the full.
Foot on the line. Foot on the line. Outside.
It's going to be Jinby taking it. Still 2 kicks from home, though. West Coast trail by 21 points. The kick inside 50. Jack Williams presents. Punched away, taken by Cripps. He's wrapped up, though, down there by Archie Perkins. The ump says I'll have it. I'll ball it up. 45 metres out from goal. West Coast trail by 21. 14 gone in the third term.
And deep in the Eagles forward line, Cripps has got it. Gives it off to Liam Ryan. Sends it to the hot spot. And Duursma's the first one there. Redmond grabs it. Reid grabs him. Trickles into the pocket. Chester thinks he's got a boot on it. The ump says he does. Goal to Chester. Crafty work, great tackle from Harley Reid in the goal square. It spilled out. Campbell Chester just got a boot on it. The Eagles draw just a little bit closer. 6-4-40, Essendon 55. The Bombers leading by 15 points about halfway through the third term on the Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard. Tackle this season with Bunnings Trade Power Pass, the essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Applied today. T's and C's apply.
Just pressure inside your forward half. That's what West Coast have been lacking tonight. It wasn't a great kick going inside forward 50 from Ryan, but the pressure from Harley Reid to be able to catch up and put it on Kelly there. It just had to be better. He just had to tap the ball through, and he missed it. He knew he made a mistake, the kid, and Chet's the right place, right time. Just could be the moment that sparks West Coast. They get the next one, exits game on.
Look at Embers, he's out of his seat.
McDonald's a ream hot border. Triple M rocks footy. Embers is excited. Ball in the middle. And the Donzo. They get the clearance through Parrish to half forward. And they're going to get a free kick. It's going to go to Langford. It's against Rotham for holding. He's 35 to 40 out on his slight angle.
Caldwell's been given the red vest there, you can see. Gee whiz, he's had 15 disposals. Maybe something may have popped up injury-wise. He certainly wasn't the worst out there tonight.
This hurts West Coast. You kick a goal at the one end and then lose a centre bounce clearance, give away a free kick.
This will be 3 for Langford. It's tugged it to the left, though, so he misses that one. Downstairs, Bob Jane T-Marks to hammer.
Yeah, a little bit of calf tightness there for Caldwell, so he's come off on the bench. And Harvey Johnston's parents have flown over from Victoria to watch him do 3 run-throughs at the moment. So you need a spark, maybe get the debutant on.
He's quick, so they were good run-throughs, really fast. Keep an eye on him for a same. Great to see the young fella get on. West Coast send it up to the wing. No one can grab it, though. Darling goes in for a second effort. He's grabbed by Gresham. Tackle's a good one. It's going to be a ball up just inside the centre square, closer to the Bombers' goal than the Eagles.
In all seriousness, no, why couldn't you just hook Edwards or someone like that who's had 5 disposals for a match and let the debutant go?
And Williams and right in the ruck. That's Jack Williams. And Hobbs just onto the ground straight away, picks it up and a good handball out, but it's gone straight to Jamie Cripps. Sends it forward to Big Waterman. No, he's got it. He got it. He's got it on the 8th grab.
In the end.
It was like a piece of soap. He's trying to pick it up in the shower, and he finally managed to hold on to it.
The non-controlling umpire, you see him put the hands up to say it was a mark.
Let's have a look on the Harvey Norman. How many touches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's got it.
Yeah, that's a mark. That is a mark.
Oh, Jake the Snake.
He's in ripping form, Waterman. I mentioned earlier, one of just 8 Eagles to kick 15 goals in a 3-game span. And the list is star-studded. LaCroix, Sumich, Kennedy, Matera, that's Phil. Big Scotty Cummings, Ross Glendinning and Troy Wilson. So in comes Big Jake Waterman. Can he kick his third? It's giving him too much there. Giving him way too much. Sends it to the goal square and a mark by Jack Williams.
No, smart by Waterman.
What a pass by Williams.
Even when he's
all over at the moment.
Even when he's not kicking it, he's setting them up.
Way too close to the man on the mark. Waterman on that occasion, but it was beneficial because it almost brought the rain down with it.
Have a look at Waterman as he trundles off. He moves like the duck now too. Jack Williams will have a chance to kick his second of the night.
Good mark.
Really strong contested grab. He's about 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. He should kick it. If he does, the margin will be back to 10 points. In comes Jack. The crowd will tell you the story. The West Coast get another 7-4-46. The Bombers 8-8-56. 10 points is the lead. 7.5 minutes to go in the third term. The Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Well, he's done enough, Williams, hasn't he? Really important goal in the second quarter. He backs it up. Nice contested mark. Momentum starting to swing a little bit. We spoke about the importance of Yo and Callie, getting involved. Suddenly West Coast are winning some footy through the midfield, which is allowing them to get the game played in their forward half. We'll get the inside 50 entries, but they're certainly getting some looks in this third quarter.
Just quickly, like McGrath, 3 disposals, Parrish, 2 disposals, Durham, 2 disposals. They're the dominant ones in the first half.
It's a game on here at Optus, 10 points. McDonald's the Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy as the crowd gets into it. We're over 50,000 here tonight. Goldstein tackled nicely by Reid and taken nice by Kelly. Hand passes out to space. Here's Witherden. just running around in circles. Go back to Reed. Shows the don't argue. Second one. Two. Just a couple for Harley. Oh, and he throws it on the boot. It ends up with Jimmy.
He wants it back. Oh, give it back to him.
And Jimmy goes short to Edwards.
Sense of the moment, Ruben.
And Edwards is 60 out. Luke Edwards inside 50. Where's Darling? Is he being hurled? He marked it anyway. The only thing that could make this better for Eagles fans is if he lays off a cheapie to Harley Reid.
Big Jack. Just strong in the moments. Just got to keep competing. Might not be your night, but you can still have an impact on the game. Darling for his first. More importantly, West Coast are back in it.
So Darling kicks. Darling goals. Life membership for Jack Darling tonight for game 300. Of course, that includes his pre-season, his international rules games. He's been a superstar for the West Coast Eagles. Gets a much-needed goal, and that margin is back within 4 points. The Bombers 8-8-56, West Coast 8-4-52. 21 gone in the third term. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Oh, just looking at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, and Harley Reid was for Harley Reid standards, it was a brushing of Zach Merritt and an absolute shit mixing of Hobbs.
Hobbs wants to get sub back off after that.
Gee whiz. And I said that they weren't in the game at half time. I felt that Essendon were in control, but Embers still hasn't sat down. And it's 4 points the margin.
That's how we can tell here in the box. When it's on, Embers is standing. You're in the middle again. Kelly's got it, and he's brought down. And Parrish grabs it. And now Merritt. And now Gresham. They've just sort of tunnel-balled it through here, the Bombers, into their 50.
Oh.
Duggan's got it now. Hobbs has caught one, has he? He's still down. And the ball has ended up in the hands of Nick Martin. And he's just forward of centre for the Bombers. Hobbs looks okay.
Might have just copped McGovern's knee on the way through, I reckon.
And here's Martin. The Bombers need a steadier. He sends it inside 50. Who's going to be the one to stand up? It's Harry Jones. Quick hands over the top. Gives it to Merritt. He's been superb. Could he get another? I think he has. Oh, that is absolute beauty. 3 goals for Zach Merritt. From the pocket, trickled it through. The Bombers get that breathing room they needed. 9-8-62. West Coast 8-4-52. Essendon lead this game by 10 points. 6 minutes to go in the third term.
I did mention at the start of the game, maybe putting this bloke in the gun, having someone run with him. He's kicked his third. So at the moment, he's destroying West Coast. There's no way to put it. He was slow to start and he was a little bit scrappy with his disposal, but he's kicked 2 beautiful snaps this quarter. And West Coast are dominant. But this man, the captain, and you'd say at the moment the All-Australian captain as well, has just taken the Bulls by the horn.
What hurts West Coast is that twice in this quarter they've kicked a goal, and on the back of that, I'm saving you here for a sec, mate. Normally it's the other way around. But then West Coast, after kicking a goal twice, Essendon have gone straight back down the other end and scored. Hurts.
It's the awkward pause that does you in. Merritt's kicked the last 3 in a row for the Bombers. Now they go again to half forward. Here's Hobbs. Massage paying off. He's got plenty of space. And he's springing the step. And his kick, though, was no good. Marked by McGovern. He kicks out to open space. Long has to go here, and he does. Cops one high for his trouble.
Unnecessary. Really unnecessary. He's hurt Long too, I think, but he has hurt him.
That's some nice things tonight, Noah Long back into the side.
So unnecessary. The pressure was on. He's really hurt himself.
Choice Hotels around the grounds. D's by 8 points in the fourth term.
No, and Long's gone back down to his hands and knees. He's hurt his leg.
He'll get looked at, I reckon. Durham's got it for the Bombers. He sends it forwards, but the ump said, no, this game's got to stop.
Yeah, he twisted. So I get looked at in terms of any sort of head-high implications, right? His legs got twisted under him, poor kid, when that tackle was made. So the free kick was obvious, but that was a twisting and easy in a bad way.
Down to you, Hayne, for Bob Jane.
Yeah, pick any part of his lower half at the moment. He's just had it all twisted up, and he's in a world of pain. And Harvey Johnston now is warming up, so by the looks of him hobbling to the bench, I'd expect that one to be made. Yep, there he goes.
Bob Jane T-Marts have great buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cash back deals. And Durham's going to take the kick for the Bombers now.
I think knee is what he looks to be grabbing, yeah.
As you said, just unnecessary from Guelphy there. Ball trickles, go out the full. No, just bounced just inside. So the boundary throw in deep in the Bombers' forward pocket. Choice Hotels around the grounds. The D's have won by 8 points. The Cats' first loss of the season, Tommy.
It's a boundary throwing, 25 out from the D's goal. They lead by 10 points. Williams won the tap, ends up here with Duggan. Just squeezes a kick. Redmond with the double fist up for the Essendon. It was nice. Back to Nick Martin. He goes back to Heppel. Normally good by foot, but that was no good. McGovern's taken it. He's played on. He's played on the big Gov. Did okay. Ends up with Witherden. Now to Kelly. They're out here. Jack Darling has a heap of space. Goes by hand inside to his veteran teammate in Cripps. Into the pocket. And Jack Williams has marked it. 30 out. Pretty tight angle.
Just tell Jack to go back. This is Williams, not Darling. He's already kicked two. Great work from West Coast. Under pressure, but what their backs do, they play in front. Heppel's kick wasn't great. McGovern takes the game on. They get goal side. They had options inside forward 50. And Williams lining up for his third in the second half. This is big.
West Coast had 4 goals at half time. Just for their 5th of the quarter. They're coming hard. So here's Jack Williams. 40 out. Pretty sharp angle. Supposed to come back, but just left it out to the right. 8-5-53. The Bombers 9-8-62 to lead. 9 points. 27 gone in the third term. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Redmond clears again and he finds Peter Wright on the half-back flank for the Bombers. Fully stretched. Arms by 2 metre Peter. Just takes a moment to assess his options and he sends it to a big pack. Jinby's there for West Coast in front. It's a good grab by the second-year midfielder.
He's getting better and better, Jimby. Last year he laid a lot of tackles. He was a bit second to footy, a bit reactive, but he's starting to actually find some footy through the midfield now.
Gives it off to Hoff. Kick was not 15. He plays on, sends it inside 50. A big pack flies. Williams at the back. Cripps for West Coast gets the hands out. Sheed grabs it, ducks the head. Hobbs grabs him. Whenever ball up, 55 metres out from West Coast's goal, almost directly in front. The Bombers lead this game by 9 points here at Optus Stadium.
Here's Cox. Just scragged by Cripps when he kicked it. Hoff ran past it. Taken nicely by Guelphy by hand. Gave it to Parrish to Redmond. Ball gets out the back. Sheed. Look at him lope after it. Picked it up. Taken high. Well played by Dom.
Stringer did not need to do that, did he, Tommy?
Beast, what's Stringer done tonight? He has been very quiet other than that goal.
Yeah, 7 disposals X for the game.
And the Eagles are off here. Kelly to the middle of the ground to Petricelli. By foot hasn't been great tonight. And he sat it on the head
they're
there.
out here.
Jack Williams.
6 on 1.
Here's Langford. Can give it to Merritt. That is not a great hand pass. Still got so much time. Zachy Merritt. Nice ball. I wanted him to go for goal, but he passed it on. He plays back in field. And that's going to be a free kick
50.
or a mark. In
50.
fact, mark 50 metres against Brady Hoff.
He might have a little fine coming, I reckon, just for one in the bread basket.
Fair whack.
One right in the bread basket.
Dersma kicks the goal. So just when the Eagles were coming, Dersma gets one back. 10-8-68, the margin, 15 points downstairs. Bob Jane T. Munster Hammer.
Yeah, it's Noah Long has gone down to the rooms and not come back up, and Harvey Johnston's taken the jumper off, or the vest off, and he will be making his debut pretty shortly.
Very exciting for the young man, wearing number 24, of course made famous by the one and only whoosher, John Worsfold. Played 209 games in it, and can you tell me, lads, who played the second highest number of games in the 24?
Matt Rosa.
That'd be correct. Matty Rosa, 168, working for the Bombers as their list manager now.
He is, absolutely. Oh, no,
well,
not much
Dersma, he was the one that actually won the footy at half-back for Essendon, started the chain and just wandered down as well. So, good play by him. Bombers, every time West Coast throw a punch, they throw one straight back.
Well, set up by Merritt again.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Kelly had to Sheed, but the kick is a shocker and it goes straight to Darcy Parish. He really wants to give it to Reid. A little bit of a scrap. And
the only thing there was, Rhino, Parish was too busy playing cuddles with Harley Reid. He missed McGrath flying past with 30-40 metre space in front of him.
He kicks out to Nick Cox. Just his wingspan is insane for this man. Just sort of does it so casually.
Parrish and Reed still going at it.
Off he goes. Kicks a howler from Cox. Ends up with Duggan. Merritt grabs him. We're going to have a ball up. About 60 out from the Bombers' goal. 45-degree angle.
Still not sure what Nick Cox's best position is just yet. I'm not sure if he's a wingman. I'm not sure. Maybe a half-back eventually.
So the Bombers, Hobbs off to Parrish. Swings it from just outside 50. Langford in the pocket. The numbers come back and they collide. Witherden gets it. Has to be good by hand. Gets to Reed, to Barris. Clearing kick. Jibby has to go here. He does, and the spoil comes over the top. Goes across the line. 45 out from goal for the Bombers. For all the Eagles' hard work, they still trail by 15 points. 31 minutes gone.
Tim Kelly busy this quarter too. 7 disposals for him. And Mason Redmond on the other side of things for the Bombers. 11 disposals this term on the Red Z lending stats.
Red Z lending loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com.
With Haim in a minute. Debutant Harvey Johnston's gone down to the rooms. Maybe a quick little nervous wee. Haim, you reckon? Or?
Yeah, I would have thought so. I the first NAB Cup game I played, I didn't get on till three-quarter time and basically pissed myself. So I think that's what he'll be going to do.
Meanwhile, Durham's been tackled. The ump will ball it up. We haven't moved much in the last couple of minutes. Bit of a stalemate here. The Bombers lead by 15 points. It's about 42 seconds left in the third term. It's game on. Ben Hobbs picked up by Kelly with the tackle, and Reed, the ground ball, has a little bounce. Quick hands to Duggan, and he just takes it out of bounds. Boundary throw in just here on the broadcast wing.
Been a little bit off the young superstar tonight, Harley Reid. Hasn't hit the high notes we've seen, only the 9 disposals, but he's been a little bit cautious by hand.
The boundary throw. Bailey really just kind of kicks it out of the ruck, and it ends up with McGrath. He can't quite get a hand on it. Tim Kelly's got it for West Coast. Touch play on, says the umpire. Mackay and/or Redmond should clear for the Bombers. The kick is smothered though. Williams has got it. He's still a toe poke forward. Waterman can run onto it. He's been in red hot form. What can he do here? Oh, geez, collected it by Laverty. Ump says play on. Liam Ryan's got it for West Coast. The kick to Darling is short. He's trying to get rid of it. He can't. The ball just spills out. Now McGrath's got it for the Bombers. Gives it off to Parrish. The ball cleared. The siren goes. The Bombers avert the crisis. They lead this game by 15 points. It's well and truly game on here at Optus Stadium. Players just a little bit dusty, but they'll go to their corners for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Bunnings Trade. Tackle this season with Bunnings Trade Power Pass, the essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Apply today. T's and C's apply. See website for details.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's.
At Bunnings Trade, we can help you get the win with Power Pass. Get exclusive prices on heavy hitters like AEG, Makita, DeWalt, Pazload, Bosch and loads more. Break through the pack with fast checkout through the Power Pass app. Get end-to-end support in-store and over the phone. And pick up the bill with flexible payment options, including cash, credit or a 30-day account. Back the winning team. Sign up for Power Pass today. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
That's right, buddy. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners is giving you up to $500 cash bonus and supporting Heart Kids Australia with every eligible claim. This year, they're celebrating 25 years of designing quality products with unrivaled reliability, superior performance, and cutting-edge technology. So it's no surprise they have the highest levels of customer satisfaction. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air. Terms and conditions apply.
Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Harmonious design, intuitive experiences, latest AI camera technology. The Motorola Edge 50 Pro. More than a phone, it's a work of art. Right now at Harvey Norman, purchase the Motorola Edge 50 Pro 256 gig for $999 and receive a bonus $200 Harvey Norman gift card and bonus Moto Buds Plus, valued at up to $249. Hurry, offer ends 14th May. Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Bonus buds via redemption. Conditions apply.
Amy's Only in Australia files. When it's backyard cricket season and the umpire, who's also your mum, calls no ball. But that's irrelevant because now her brand new bay window is smashed. That's when you know the lucky country isn't so lucky. So it's
lucky you're with Amy.
Before buying home building insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We'll help you find your fit at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? We've got Bridgestone, free. Yokohama, free. Kumho, free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Plus up to $200 instant cash back on selected Bridgestone, Michelin, Continental and Pirelli tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply. Ready to kick goals on and off the field? You need Employment Hero. From hired to retired, it automates all the pesky parts of HR, recruitment and payroll. Plus, it comes with Smart Match, an AI recruitment tool that matches you with top candidates instantly. Imagine never having to search for people or post a job ad again. Join the 300,000 businesses using Employment Hero to tackle employment admin and get your business back in the game. Search Employment Hero today. It's employment solved.
Hey, there he is. How's dad life?
Phil, I'm so tired, but it's the best.
All settled in with everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Switched my super over to C-Bus too.
What's that got to do with your kid?
Oh, well, I really got to make sure this hard work pays off now. You know.
True.
C-Bus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. To consider if C-Bus is right for you, go to cbussuper.com.au for a PDS and TMD. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for titanium caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious titanium caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
So the Eagles won that quarter with 4 goals to 2. That's 4 goals to 3, sorry, but they still trail by 15 points, 8-5-53. The Bombers 10-8-68 for Reds End Lending. Here's the Beastie.
Thanks, Tommy. Leading the way for West Coast is Duggan with 19, Barash with 18, Cripps 17, Kelly up to 16 now with 7 clearances for him too. You think they would need Yo and Reid to get going if they're going to stand a chance in this 4th term though. And for the Bombers, Parrish still leading the way, 27 with 6 clearances, Martin with 23, Merritt 22 and 3 goals for him. He's having a stellar day, top ranked player on the field. And Durham 18 disposals, 6 clearances to go with a goal for the Triple M Reds End Lending stats thus far.
Reds End Lending loans for the self-employed, redzed.com. And for Bob Jane T-Marts, here's Hammer.
Yeah, Harvey Johnston officially out on the ground. The sub's been made. The one for me to watch is Elliot Yeo. He's finished the bench, finished the last quarter on the bench, and he started there again. Looked to have just taken a bit of wrist tape off, so not sure what's going on with there, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Bob Jane T-Marts have great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cash back deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Keep an eye on Elliot Yeo. Noah Long, of course, the man subbed off down to the rooms with a leg injury. Downstairs to Hammer again.
Yeah, we're just coming straight down. He's put the jumper on Yoey, so I think he's just he's in the queue in the ruck. He's done.
Soft tissue of some description, yeah.
Huge. That's a massive moment in the game. And, of course, Elliot Yeo in game 200. He's been super so far, and that's really disappointing news for the Eagles.
Harvey Johnson straight to the wing, standing on the veteran and Dyson Heppel. Nice introduction for footy for the youngster, Ryan. What can you tell me about Harvey Johnson?
Well, I can tell you a few things, Tommy. Pick 49 last year's draft, Sandringham Dragons. Played a couple of VFL games last year in the seniors, so that's pretty handy. Wearing the number 24, as I mentioned before, worn by John Worsfold, Matt Rosa, Xavier O'Neill and Luke Partington. So he'll be the 5th player to wear that for the West Coast Eagles. I am told, Tommy, reliably, the man loves a celebration. Goes big on a celeb, so if he gets a goal, have a look out.
We had dinner at Danny Shuey's place last night. Let's hope he's not got food poisoning.
Ball bounced in the middle. 15-point lead to the Bombers here at Optus Stadium. First clearance crucial, and Harley Reid's got it. Oh, Goldstein just grabs him by the neck. Says, hold up, young fella. You're going to stop right there. Gives him a free for a high tackle. Quick hands off to Tim Kelly. Just lurches forward.
That's big.
Taken down as he kicked it, Tim Kelly.
Jack Darling's going to get the kick. It was a bump after Tim Kelly kicked the footballs down the ground.
I think it was by Durham.
Yeah, it might be against Durham.
Yep.
Jack, come around.
And Tim Kelly really quickly to get up and try and get Harley Reid and those guys away from it, because Tim Kelly, with his experience, he knew that he was coming. You just go with it, hear the whistle. Goldie, big free kick, too high on Harley Reid. That started the play.
So Darling will line up for his second. He's directly in front. He'll kick from about 45 metres out. Important moment in the game. This would get the margin back to 9 points. What can he do? He can kick it. Darling's got 2. West Coast back within 9. It is definitely game on here at Optus Stadium. 10-8-68, the Bombers. 9-5, 59, the West Coast Eagles. Early in this fourth term on the Triple M Titanium Caravans scoreboard. Stay off road and off grid for longer with a luxurious titanium caravan.
Not a lot in it, Embers, but he knew it was coming and just slowly went with it. The umpire was always going to call that downfield. And Jack Darling, 40 out directly in front. You grab the permanent pen and you pencil that in.
All right, so a couple for Jack Darling tonight. Just repeating the news, Elliot Yeo done for the day, which we think might be a soft tissue. And Noah Long already subbed out of the game with Harvey Johnson making his debut. We're back in the middle again for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Goldstein won the tap. And Merritt takes it here. Comes back inboard to Parrish. He just kicks high. On his bike here is Langford. Couldn't quite get to it. Rotham working behind. Has to be good here. And the ball just goes across the line.
That last set of bounce clearance, there was one person by himself at that stoppage. It was Zach Merritt.
That makes sense to me.
He's the last person that you want to let free. He was a sweeper. They just let him there. Obviously, Goldstein's getting his hands on the ball. They go back to him and they win a clearance. West Coast got to be better at certainly identifying the most important people in there, and that right now is Zach Merritt.
Durham, quick hands out. Gresham's got it. Withern's got him. Up says play on. Dersma throws it on the boot. He's found Parrish. Luck's a fortune. Parrish just gets up, sends it into the 50. McGovern's there for West Coast. Happy to see it over. That's where he takes it. The ump says, I'll throw it in deep in the forward pocket. The Bombers lead it by 9.
I know that Stringer goes into those centre bounces and does a bit of stoppage work, but if Hoff's had him for the majority forward, he's absolutely cleaned him tonight.
And Wright and Williams tap down as far as Tom Barris. Langford jumps on him and we'll have a ball up. In the forward pocket for Essendon, about 25 metres out.
It's a 9-point lead to the Bombers. It's tapped down, taken by Stringer. It's going to be a free kick. Just as X said, Hoff's done a nice job.
Grabbed his jump up.
Stringer gets a free kick only 20 metres out.
Thank you, you've got the kick. You've got the kick, thank you.
Again, Essendon really want to get on the bike at these stoppages. They come through really hard. Harvey Norman replay, just having a little look. He's done a good job, Hoff, but he was behind. He just has to keep him away from the goals. Tug of the jumpers, an easy call for the umpire.
Has one tonight, Jake Stringer. Quiet on disposals. So, hurt West Coast. Oh, has he missed? Close. He kicked it hard. Kicked it straight into the woodwork. It's not a great night for Jake Stringer. The margin out to 10 points, 4 gone in the fourth term Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
And there's a real miss there. Golden opportunity for the Bombers to pull away. Jeremy McGovern, he decides to go very long, sends it to his mate and Tom Barris. He's going to get a free kick. Late call from the ump, but it was there.
A little bit of tunnelling sort of action there on Tom Barras as he was at his highest point.
So Barris taking a moment, trying to work out what he's going to do with it. He's going to go long to another contest. Sends it up. Ruben Jinby flies for West Coast, but he couldn't hold it. Williams is there, and now Jinby again. He sends it forward. Darling in a contest with Mackay. It spills to Cripps, and now Hobbs to clear for Essendon. Just throws it on the boot, sends it towards the Langford position. Langford's couldn't quite pick it up. Barris has got it now, and now it's Brady Hoff. He sends it toward Darling, who marks. Good strong grab from Jack Darling.
He's had a good second half, Jack Darling, fighting his way back into this contest.
So Darling just slows things down. A couple of kicks from goal. Points long. Look at him go. Bit of speed. Cuts inside. Kicks inside. 50. Jake got up high. Just couldn't mark it. Waterman on the second grab, and the Bombers.
It's on behind play. Harley Reid and Kelly.
They're going out at the ball near the boundary line. Tom Barris picks it up. Stringer takes in. Let's go back. What happened, X?
Well, about 100 metres off the ball, Kelly and Harley Reid were really going at it, and then Harley Reid turned around and gave him the point. And Kelly chased him and Harley jumped off.
Well, 10-point lead still to the Bombers, 6 gone in the fourth term.
So Jack Williams just throws it on the boot in hope, sends it towards Waterman in the Laverty matchup. Redmond just tries to shuffle it out of there. Waterman's happy to get it over the line. So the boundary throw in. 35 metres out from the West Coast Eagles goal. It's the Bombers who lead by 10.
This is where West Coast have to make sure they set up and structure really well around this boundary throwing. Too many times the ball's come out easy. An opportunity to be able to lock it in now for the Eagles.
Darling and Mackay in the ruck. Ball spills out the back. McGrath gets it for Essendon, and now Durham just dribbles one along the ground, but it's going to end up with Tom Barris for West Coast, and he gives it off to Liam Duggan, who just launches it inside 50. They need a mark West Coast. Bailey Williams drops it. Reed's got it. 3 Bombers have got him. They bring the number 1 draft pick down. It spills out. Now Durham again for Essendon. He can't get it out of there. Parrish can. Nice, safe, quick hands. And now Kelly, and then back to Nick Martin. The kick sends it to a contest, and it's going to trickle out of bounds. The Bombers did well there. They were under the pump. They held up and lead this game by 10 points. 10-9, 69, 9-5, 59 as the ground announcer announces 51,751 here tonight. Great crowd. It's been a tight game, Tommy.
Eagles dominating this fourth term.
High contact.
Free kick here is going to go Petruccelli's way.
Fourth term inside 50s now 5-1 in favour of West Coast on the Triple M Reds and landing stats.
Trail by 10 points. Kick into the pocket. Up high, Williams. Couldn't mark it. Reed does well. Can he do the impossible? Kicks towards goal. Didn't quite make it. I'll get another chance here. Here's Witherden. What's he doing forward? Kicking it out of bounds to the full.
That's what he's doing. Forward again. I reckon Bailey Williams just had a couple of chances just to be able to get his hands to the footy. He's jumped and the ball's just gone through his hands. West Coast getting some territory, as Beast mentioned, with those inside forward 50 entries, but just got to make the most of these opportunities right now.
The Parish has got it for the Bombers. 40 metres out from the West Coast Eagles goal. Bombers lead this game by 10 points. They just seem to do enough every time West Coast come at them. Let's see how this one plays out. Kelly and Parrish just playing kick to kick, and then Parrish takes it on a little bit, gives it off to Laverty, and he just wants to go. The big defender, he sent it out to the wing. Petruccelli's there for West Coast though. Gives it to Chesser, dances inside, and then a handball to Kelly, and the handball was nice. He wants Waterman. Can he grab it? Oh, he can't quite hold this one, but he's good enough to crumb it. Hands off to Bailey Williams. The big man stops, props, and the kick is an absolute howler. And Kelly to clear with Nick Martin for the Bombers. Oh, he's under the pump. Smothered by Jake Waterman. Crowd loves that. He kicks goals, he sets them up, and he smothers them. It's a 10-point margin. The Bombers lead it. About 15 minutes to go in the final term.
It's what West Coast doing well at the moment. Whilst they're getting the game played in their forward half, their backs are setting up really well behind the football. So every time Essendon are trying to clear it, they look up. McGovern's there, Barris is there, force them into the turnover.
Here's Luke Edwards. Just gets him inside 50. Going back, Redmond has time. Gets a nice shepherd from Laverde. Then kicks high, outside 50. Ball punched away. Taken by Dersma. Gives it off by hand to Perkins. Now running through the middle. Here comes Parrish. Bounced it, then picked it up. Gave it to Merritt. Oh, that's a nice ball. How's the vision from Zachy Merritt? Out to half forward. Up on the lead, Langford marks. Great play from Zach Merritt. And Langford's marked it. 50 metres out, pretty sharp angle.
Slingshot footy too. West Coast getting all the dominance right now with those inside 50s, and then just Zach Merritt through the middle of the ground. He's just so smart, so composed. His vision is outstanding. And
I didn't see that player on that side of the ground.
This one, I know. And we're up in the box.
This will hurt West Coast. They've dominated the fourth term. Just a second inside 50 for the Bombers. And Langford, oh, he's a good player. He's a super player. He's got 3. And the Bombers get 1. They push that lead now to 16 points, 11-9, 75. West Coast 9-5, 59. 10 gone fourth term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious titanium caravan. And for Seabus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. Here's Embers and Zane.
As you said, Embers, slingshot footy. West Coast, and that's the difference between the really, really good sides. They managed to keep that pressure inside their forward half for the entire game, whereas West Coast just took their foot off after a high pressure 2 or 3 minutes, and Essendon went bing, bing, bing down Langford from 50 metres. What a wonderful finish. And a bit of a shush to the crowd. There you go.
And it is quiet in here. Big crowd, 51,000. Majority, of course, West Coast Eagles fans. Although there's a fair few red and black jumpers behind the goals for the Bombers. Nick Martin just off the ground, sends it high. Duggan just slips through his hands. Davey, little grubber kick forward. He's going to pick it up. It's going to be Hobbs for the Bombers. And then Tim Kelly for West Coast. Quick hand out to Witherden. And now Duggan. Can he grab it? No. Parrish, a nice little bump. Just gets rid of the Eagles skipper. And the kick around his body to right. And Barris. Who's going to win out here? Barris just quite happy to get it to the boundary. Right grabs him. Did he dive on it? No, the ump says, I'll ball it up. Gives Barris a benefit of the doubt. 40 metres out from the Bombers' goal.
Bit lucky there, Tom Barrass, I reckon. Usually you see the umpire sit on that for about 5 seconds and pin him, but quick whistle, ball up.
Tap towards the boundary line. Kicked out of mid-air, going back, Duggan.
Play on!
That was nice from the skip. Has a bounce, going to go short to Rotham.
Stand! Play on!
Try and switch here. Got to be careful. Kick goes over the top of McGovern, and Barris just sees it over.
Got it?
So we'll throw it in. 25 around from Essendon's goal. They lead by 16 points. 12 gone here in the fourth terms. We'll see Adam Simpson in the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Looking a bit nervous.
So the ump just throws it in. And now Bailey Williams to just clear. Just an old school get it out of here kick. But it's only going as far as the half-back line. Nick Martin to Mackay. Now to Heppel, the Bombers veteran. Nice little short kick finds Jake Kelly, who's on the wing.
West Coast is lacking some pace across their half-forward line. When the ball goes forward for them, they just don't look like they've got that dangerous small forward that's going to create something for them at the moment. And the way Essendon have set up to be able to win the footy, Martin outstanding against Mackay. They've both been very good tonight.
Archie Perkins sends it forward for the Bombers. He's looking for 2 metre Peter. He can't quite hold it. Kelly's at the fall of the ball for West Coast. And now Williams, and then back to Kelly. Nowhere to go, so he just has to throw it on the boot high, and as long as he can, Sheed underneath it, and he couldn't hold it. Now Bailey Williams gathers and gives it off to Chesser. Another just kick in hope from West Coast. Liam Ryan couldn't quite handle it. Now Heppel, and then off to Zachy Merritt, who throws it on the left boot. Another kick in hope. It's king of the pack stuff here at the moment. No one can hold it. Tim Kelly, he gets held up by Nick Martin. Going to have a ball up 55 metres out from the Bombers' goal. I'm told Elliot Yeo is a sore groin, and they're hopeful that it's on the minor end. If you're not listening, he has not played in the fourth term.
Of course, battled groin injuries the past couple of seasons, so not good for Elliot Yeo. And here's Ryan for West Coast. Just ran past it. Now in space. If it stays in, it doesn't. Goes across the line. So it's probably the worst possible injury for Elliot Yeo. It's a reoccurrence of his groin injury. Ball's out in the wing, just forward of centre for the Eagles. Tim Kelly's been getting busy this quarter.
Definitely has 6 disposals, Tommy. And on the other side, Darcy Parish continues 7 disposals for him now, up to 34 for the game on the Triple M Reds Atlantic stats.
Well, Goldstein just tapped it and went and got his own foot. He just roved it. Gave it off by hand. High kick to the wing. Spoil comes from Peter right at the back. Little hand pass over the top out into space. And the Eagles can run here. Tim Kelly's got wheels. Hand pass to Ryan, has to be good, steps inside, gives it off, Dom by hand, back to Tim Kelly, has to get rid of it and does. Standing start from 45 to Waterman. Tim Kelly's taking over in the fourth term. No Elliot Yeo, and the veteran standing up, and so is this man, Jake Waterman, with a handy mark.
Spot on, Tommy. Tim Kelly outstanding.
Waterman plays on, kicks the goal. They're still in at the Eagles. The margin back to 10 points. So, 10-5, 65. The Bombers 11-9, 75. And we have gone 15 minutes in the fourth term. We're here for Ream Hot Water. Hot water needs replacing. Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Look at all the scarves. The message just came on the board to wave your scarf.
Wouldn't be waving it just yet.
The scarves are up.
Tim Kelly's just inserting himself into the contest. No Elliot Yeo, as we've spoken about it, out for the game. They need their midfielders to stand up, and Kelly's the one doing it right now.
On the Triple M Harvey Norman replay there, he's doing his best work, Jake Waterman. Say hello to great mobile deals at Harvey Norman. Buy the all-new Motorola Edge 50 Pro and receive a bonus $200 gift card and Moto Buds Plus. How good. Ball bounced down in the middle of Optus Stadium. It's a 10-point game. It's game on. Ump's called a free kick and it's going West Coast way. Sheed, a quick handball off to Kelly, who's taken over the fourth term. He sends it forward. They all fly. Darling can't hold it, but it's going to come to ground. He's got it again, Darling. Throws it on the boot. Sends it goalward. The kick is off and it goes out on the full, deep in the forward pocket. Laverty will take the kick for the Bombers. They lead this game by 10 points, and it has gone up a notch here at Optus Stadium. Tom Atkinson.
Certainly has, Laverde. What's he going to do? Just kicks it. Outside defensive 50. Jack Williams in good position. He paid for the man in front, I reckon. Oh, the umpire says play on. Everyone stopped. He ends up with Witherden. Kicks a high one. Where is he? Where's Jake? Oh, he's got it again. He's got it again.
Are you kidding me?
I thought he had no chance. First grab, pushed off and took it with a second. And Jake is playing like an absolute superstar. Has to be careful here.
Stupid. West Coast have given away a stupid free kick. Unbelievable.
The crowd's going to
Jake Waterman was lining
here.
up. That is just disgusting footy by West Coast. Sucked into it.
It was Jamie Cripps, the veteran too. Just gave off a high fend-off. We'll check it out in the Triple M Harvey Norman in a second. Embers has had it.
Rookie move by a veteran player. We'll have a look at it. Laverty has got it for the Bombers. Crowd's filthy. Embers is filthy. Jake Waterman's filthy. And Nick Martin's got it in the back pocket. He just takes a minute. Sends it towards Hobbs. It goes over his head. Now Guelphy's got it. Sheed comes at him. Hobbs again tries to clear. Merritt. And now Redmond, he just charges up the wing, sends it towards Stringer. Ball goes over him. Hoff at the back for West Coast. Can he clear? Goes to Rotham, dances with the boundary. And Stringer takes him over. Have a boundary throw in on the 50-metre arc.
On the Triple M Harvey Norman, it was Nick Martin who just suckered in Jamie Cripps. Little jumper punches from Cripps, then just shoved him to the ground.
Embers has applied ice onto his fist too after putting it through the table. Elliot Yeo on the Triple M Harvey Norman screen. He looks a bit sad, the poor bugger. It's all going.
Ice on the groin.
Yeah.
So the kick's gone towards goal here from Durham and taken across by Josh Rotham. So Waterman was lining up to make it a 4-point game. And the margin stays at 10 points. In fact, out to 11 with that behind. And Duggan has it, the veteran. Just plays on from the square. And a kick long. And it's Jack Williams to get to the front. Instead, Peter Wright does. Jack Williams stays in the contest. Just tapped it down. Ends up, though, with Sheed. Here he is, the debutant. Harvey Johnson, a pitching wedge kick. Kicked up towards Martin, just dropped one. Ends up with McGrath for the Bombers. Back to Parrish, and the switch is on to the fat side.
Parrish has been outstanding.
Had a heap of the footy. He's got those socks down. You called it at the start of the game, Zave. That's when he plays his best.
Straight away, socks down, he's away.
Means business. Nick Martin.
35 tonight for Darcy Parrish so far.
Just a lazy 35. He got his metres gained there, Beast.
465, Rhino.
Dyson Heppel sends it toward the wing. They all fly, and at the back, a great grab from Guelphy. WA boy just chips it over the top. Dersma, he wants it. Reads it beautifully over the debutant and takes him on. Goes into the pocket. The short kick to Langford. Doesn't quite hold the mark. Trickles over for a boundary throw in. About 35 metres out from the Bombers' goal. They lead it by 11. 7 and a bit minutes to go.
Just wait.
Make things worse for Jake the Snake before as well. That would have made him equal first in Coleman as well.
No Essendon.
The mark was unbelievable inside 40.
So no Essendon ruckman here. McGovern should just take it, and he does, and then gets tackled. So the umpire says I'll have it, and I'll throw it up.
Jeremy. Rucks, please.
35
Kyle,
out
Jeremy.
from Essendon's goal. Lead by 11 points. McGovern down to Reed. Hand pass to Jinby, who gathers his kick. Bounces past Peter Wright. Oh, two players going hard. Williams and Heppel. Ends up with Darling. His hand pass intercepted. And goes across the line. Halfback for West Coast. They trail by 11 points. 20 minutes gone in the fourth term.
West Coast has got to equalise the numbers here forward to centre. They're trying to get a loose back at the moment, Essendon. They've broken down across half forward a lot tonight, West Coast. Just got to make sure that if they do win a clearance, it's one-on-one forward of the ball.
That's right, and it's Williams. Neither really gets a good read on it, but Perkins has it for Essendon. Now Durham has a little bounce, sends it out to Gresham. Normally uses it well. How's the kick? It's not quite perfect enough. Barris tries to clear for West Coast. Petruccelli picks it up, and the Bombers jump on him. They'll ball it up, 40 metres out. Slide angle. This game's got some fire to it. His teams don't like each other. Seen a little bit of a spark. All night it's been there. McGovern in the ruck for West Coast against Langford. Duggan just tries to get a boot to it, kind of half does, but only as far as Dersma. And now Gresham trickling towards the boundary line. Merritt and Stringer. Stringer keeps it in somehow. The package, surely not. Sends it to the goal square, and Tom Barris. Just a little paddle there from Jake Stringer. Jeez.
Tom Barris with a dangerous kick, but it's been marked by Chesser. So Campbell Chesser in the back pocket. This kick has often let him down, and that wasn't the great one. It floats through the back of the pack and then towed towards the boundary line by the Eagles. Nick Martin, all by himself, just sends it back. Spearing ball, that's how you do it. And Jones marks it, 55 out. Kicks, top of the square. McGovern from the side, Stringer from the front. Ball hits the deck. With the numbers here. Here's Durham. Picks it up on the left. Kicks towards goal. Jones. No, punched away by Tom Barris.
I think Harley's done a hammy here. He's
at least got done a hammy or cramp, but he
a lot of awareness.
Called to the bench, and the cramp doesn't usually grab you like that, does it? That's why you.
So he's coming off Harley Reid. He's hobbling. We've already seen Elliot Lotyo and Noah Long done for the day.
Starting to become a very expensive night for West Coast. Duggan just tries to get it over the boundary, and he does.
Wait for the paper tomorrow. Harley Worth.
That's why it's called out of bounds and full here. I don't know who it's on.
They're having a discussion deep in the forward pocket. They're going to throw it in. Harley Reid's come off. We'll get the latest from Hammer in a moment. Actually, Hammer, what do you got now?
I saw him hobbling up to the contest. I was about to say something. He was sort of corralling but awkwardly limping, and then went to take off a little bit, and it just sort of looked like it popped. So whether it's a cramp or it looks like a little strain potentially, but he's in the hands of the trainers.
McGovern tries to get it out of there. He can't. Hoff sort of can. Martin in a contest. Spills down to Sheed. Throws the boot on it. If the Eagles are going to win this game, they got to go now. Mackay marks it, and Darling collects him.
Let it go.
It's not 50.
It's not 50.
A bit theatrical.
He tried to sell it, Ben Mackay.
He did. I think you went for the oversell, though. That was the issue.
Harley getting the hammies worked on the bench. We'll keep you up to date with that. And Todd Goldstein has got it on the wing for the Bombers. They lead this game by 11 points. Just under 5 minutes to go.
He's battled really well tonight, Todd Goldstein. Kicks inside 50. Free kick. Got to go the Bombers' way. I reckon it's going to go to Kyle Langford. Against McGovern. Doesn't look happy. You have to check it out in the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. This will basically be game over. They're 11 points clear. If Langford kicks this to make it 17. Embers, talk me through what happens here.
Yeah, Harvey Norman replay. Just looks like McGovern just grabs Langford just over the back there. Umpire probably got that one right.
So Langford, the final nail in the coffin from 45 across the face and goes through for one behind. So West Coast stay in it. The margin now an even 2 goals. 25 gone in the fourth term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
This might be going down the middle, I reckon.
They've got to go quick. They're going to try to steal this one. McGovern's the man. Takes a step out, takes a bounce, big Gov. Sends it, it's going to land almost in the centre circle. They all fly, Stringer's in the pack, he can't hold it. Kelly just sort of dribbles it out of there like a basketball and ends up in the hands of Hoff. He sends it towards the forward 50, but it's only going to be in the hands of Laverty. He wants it out. No, he doesn't, he keeps it in Laverty. And he attacks it hard, he does well. Sends it forward to his own 50. They all fly. McGovern shoved in the back by Stringer, he'll get a free kick. Sloppy there from Stringer. Just gave him a little extra one there, and he goes inboard to Luke Edwards with the dangerous but well-executed kick.
And gets it back on the 1-2. Inboard to Kelly. Why not? He's dominated the fourth term to Witherden. He kicks a flower bag. Wants Sheed. Dropped the mark he should have taken. Just a bit of late pressure. Here's Duggan. He's gone forward. His kick's touched. Rubbers inside 50. Valverde just overran it a bit, and he just almost fell on it. Made it hard for Cripps, who got him high. Now free kick to Valverde in the back pocket.
Time back on. Stand.
Got an update on Harley Reid down there, Hammer.
Yeah, he was on that massage bench and hasn't got back up. So, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I doubt he'd be back out there for the rest of the night. So it's just one to keep an eye on.
They were testing the hamstring too for soft tissue tear. If it was cramped straight away, you would rub it.
You would not even take the risk.
So Witherden, he's sending it inside 50. They all fly. Waterman, he couldn't quite hold this one. Petruccelli tries to get it out of there for the Eagles. They all jump on him. The umpire says, I'll ball it up. 25 metres out, directly in front. 2.5 minutes to go. The Bombers lead by 2 goals. It's a crucial moment in the game here.
So it's going to be Darling up against Mackay. Darling out of the ruck. Gets a boot to it. Doesn't go far. Jinby in and under. Tackled. Ball still there. Jack Williams can't gather. Darcy Parish does. Kick doesn't go far. Here's a chance. Luke Edwards. Too slow. Far too slow. Didn't see Guelphy coming. And he's wrapped him up, holding the ball.
Probably last roll of dice there for the West Coast Eagles. Well done there by Guelphy. Hasn't had a big impact on the night, but just that defensive pressure. They've been really brave tonight, Essendon. I mean, it was a game that we thought Essendon should be too good, but with the way West Coast have been playing, big crowd here, Essendon coming off Anzac Day, it was a game that they just had to tick a box, and looks like they might be able to hold on now.
They lead by 12 points as Guelphy clears it out of defence.
They send it towards the wing. Langford's got it. He's doing the thing where they look like they pretend to try to handball it. He sold it beautifully.
Just quickly, the tackles tonight, 65 to 37, Essendon's favour. They've hunted.
They have. Nick Cox just trickles it out of the congestion, but only as far as Liam Duggan. The Eagles skipper sends it forward. Have they got one last surge in them? No one able to hold that one. Tim Kelly, it spills to him. Durham's with him though. Edwards has got it again. This time he gets rid of it quickly. And now Jamie Cripps, he owes him one. That's not going to be the one. The ball goes out of bounds. Jake Waterman looking pretty sore down to Hammer.
Yeah, good news for fans listening at home. Harley was just doing some run-throughs there and looked like he got up to a bit of speed. Don't think he'll come back on, but hopefully avoided any major issues.
Jake Waterman's gotten up. It's a good sign. It's a boundary throw in. They just have to get a goal here, West Coast. Here's Petruccelli out of the middle. Somehow, and he grabbed it at 5 metres. A dive in Laverde. The youngster in Johnson. He loses the footy. Martin can't clear. Witherden dives on top. Petruccelli there again. The umpire says they'll ball it up. 20 minutes out from the Eagles' goal. They trail by 12 points. 29 go on fourth turn.
Ball goes up. Crucial moment again in this game. Dersmer's got it, and they will jump on top of him. Still 73 seconds to go. Plenty of time for a lot of things to happen in this game of footy.
Almost every pair is inside West Coast forward 50 at the moment.
We're going to need something freakish out of here. Darling tries that over the top from Williams to Williams! Goal from Jack Williams! Some incredibly crafty play from Bailey. And the Williams boys combine. This one's not over yet. 11-5, 71 West Coast. 11-11, 77 Essendon. 3 goals for Jack Williams. 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. Very clever out of the congestion, and Jack Williams very handy.
It was Williams to Williams. Bailey Williams, clever tap, the big fella Jack. He's been good. West Coast won't go away. There's so many numbers around that contest. Essendon would be extremely disappointed. Adam Simpson goes, there's hope. There's a minute to go. Both sides will know how long. And right now it's game on.
Oh. Quickly now to Hammer. It looks like the big man's coming back on, Hammer.
Yeah, there's a bit of confusion. Liam Ryan and Harley Reid both ran on at the same time, but in the applause of the crowd, Harley's back out there.
All right, so with a warning here for a 6-6-6 because Harley wasn't ready.
Put him at full forward.
Right, here we go. 60 seconds. Tim Kelly out of the middle. Here he goes. He's had a big fourth quarter. Inside 50. They go for the mark. Nothing taken. Langford's gone back. Gave it to McGrath. Now to Heppel. Has to be quick. Back to McGrath. Clearing ball outside 50. And Merritt's got it all by himself on the wing.
43 seconds to go. Merritt's going to try to hold up and take as much time as he can.
That's it.
West Coast's got to force him to get long down the line here. They can't have a short pass.
They have, so the game's not quite dead just yet. Merritt sends it forward. They all fly. They need to crumb the Eagles, but it comes to Durham. Hands over the top to Peter Wright. Just sends it forward. The ball trickles forward as the clock trickles down. West Coast going to have one last chance. Can they cover the ground very quickly? 17 seconds to go. They launch it towards the centre square over the back of Cripps. Nick Martin couldn't quite hold it. Gresham and now Mackay. The Bombers are going to win it, I think. 7 seconds to go. Hoff to Cripps. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Ball trickles towards the forward 50 for West Coast. Siren's going to go. The Bombers have got it. They've escaped with a 1-goal win. The Jackets wave at Optus Stadium and the Bombers are home.
The Bombers hold on. 11-11-77. West Coast 11-5-71. They came hard in the final term. The West Coast Eagles with 3 goals to 1, but they couldn't get the job done. And Essendon get a win away from home. What turned out to be a cracking game on a Saturday night at Optus Stadium. We'll go down to the room shortly, grab the song, and also catch up with Nick Martin, who had a field day out there with 32 disposals. Let's get some more of the song.
Probably a bit of both. I mean, we know that they're playing some really good footy the last month, and there was going to be ebbs and flows in momentum, the crowd getting involved. When they kick a few goals, I thought we wrestled it back pretty well. To get the 4 points over here is a massive effort, so we'll take that and move forward.
Was there something that you had taken out of last week's draw and implemented in that final few minutes?
I must admit, when that last goal went through, I thought, not again, 2 weeks in a row, but no, I thought we executed pretty well last week as well. We gave ourselves a chance and unfortunately missed late, but yeah, to play in these tight games is only going to get us better. So to do it in live moments and experience is going to be awesome for our group. What
were you thinking early on in the fourth quarter? Because all of a sudden West Coast had repeated inside 50 entries, which they hadn't had all night.
Yeah, I mean, we know 120 minutes of footy, momentum is going to swing and they're going to get their opportunities. I thought we stuck up pretty well to concede 16 scoring shots over here is a pretty good effort. So plenty of positives, but no doubt we'll recover, sing the song and get back to Melbourne ready for Giants, which is a big game next week.
Some great individual efforts. I mean, Sam Durham always brings the intensity, Nick Martin and his footy smarts, but what stood out to you as captain?
Yeah, I mean, probably occasionally I find myself being a bit of a spectator out there as well, being captain, seeing these young guys flourish. I go through a number of individuals. The last sort of 2 months of footy has been amazing. Durham and Martin obviously stand out, but so many guys are standing out when their moment comes, and I thought Dersma was great again. Langford kicks goals, and guys around the ground competing really well, so that's all we can ask.
And you kicked a few too. A couple of beauties in that third quarter. Got a favourite, the snap or the dribble?
Yeah, I mean, my first 2 shots on goal weren't very good, but I want to keep growing my game individually and make sure I can be really flexible and play where the team needs me week in, week out. So it was nice to get a few goals tonight, but off the back, a lot of guys left up the ground.
You've already mentioned GWS next week. How big of a test is that going to be?
Yeah, I mean, we were embarrassed last year, second or third last round of the season up on their home deck, so we're extremely excited to test ourselves again, similar to last week against Collingwood, that last game last year, and then last week we showed some good promise. So to play against one of the best teams in the comp's a great opportunity for us.
Your boys are waiting for you. Well done tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.
Zach Merritt, 3 goals, big game for the Essendon superstar. Lots to come out of this game. The Bombers win by 6 points. We'll take a break, come back. Nick Martin in the rooms. Of course, Caldwell injured, Yo injured, Long injured, and what's up with Harley Reid? All that and more. McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Cut through the background blah to hear more of the sounds you want to hear with Specsavers Advanced Hearing Technology.
He gives it everything he's got from outside 50. It's a goal!
Book a hearing appointment with our audiology professionals for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Always follow the directions for use.
Tradies, gear up for winter with Hard Yakka. We're redefining toughness for the colder months. Our new winter range for men and women is here, featuring a huge selection of ultra-warm jackets and vests ready to shield you from the elements. And our iconic 3056 tradie boot, a must-have for the season. Every item crafted for durability and outstanding performance. So get your winter gear sorted at your nearest stockist or visit hardyakka.com. For the Aussie legends of today, Hard Yakka, nothing's tougher.
Installery, installery, installery.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen, Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
So ask your plumber for Ream, Australia's #1.
What's on your Aussie bucket list? Sitting around the campfire on a beach at Exmouth after fishing all day? Exploring the tip of Cape York or the bottom of the Eyre Peninsula? Do it all in a titanium caravan. Australian made, Australian owned, superior quality and ultimate comfort. With titanium caravans, you can go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. Experience titanium caravans for yourself in their Epping showroom or visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
At Bunnings Trade, we can help you get the win with Power Pass. Get exclusive prices on heavy hitters like AEG, Makita, DeWalt, Pazload, Bosch and loads more. Break through the pack with fast checkout through the Power Pass app. Get end-to-end support in-store and over the phone. And pick up the bill with flexible payment options, including cash, credit or a 30-day account. Back the winning team. Sign up for Power Pass today. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
That's right, buddy. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners is giving you up to $500 cash bonus and supporting Heart Kids Australia with every eligible claim. This year, they're celebrating 25 years of designing quality products with unrivaled reliability, superior performance and cutting-edge technology. So it's no surprise they have the highest levels of customer satisfaction. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air. Terms and conditions apply.
Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Harmonious design, intuitive experiences, latest AI camera technology. The Motorola Edge 50 Pro. More than a phone, it's a work of art. Right now at Harvey Norman, purchase the Motorola Edge 50 Pro 256 gig for $999 and receive a bonus $200 Harvey Norman gift card and bonus Moto Buds Plus, valued at up to $249. Hurry, offer ends 14th May. Harvey Norman, your destination for the new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Bonus buds via redemption. Conditions apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
The Triple M footy review for Amy. Clangers happen. Lucky you're with Amy.
Cracking game of football on a Saturday night at Optus Stadium. West Coast came hard in that fourth term, but the Bombers just held on by 6 points, 11-11-77, 11-5-71. Tommy Atkinson, Ryan Daniels, Xavier Ellis, the Norm Smith medalist, Andrew Embley, the Beast is here. And pretty soon, down in the rooms will be Hamish Brayshaw. We'll grab the song shortly. The Bombers just making their way down. Then we'll chat to a West Aussie in Nick Martin, who had a big day out there today, just dominated across half-back with 32 disposals. But before we go there, Beastie, you got some Red Z leading stats we can go to?
Definitely, Tommy, definitely. So leading the way for West Coast in the end was Kelly. He was big, especially in that last term. 29 with 9 clearances for him. Duggan had the 26, Barras 22, Cripps 20 with 4 clearances. Jack Williams had the 3 goals, career high for him. Waterman 3 goals, moves him to the second place in the Coleman at the moment. And also for the Bombers now, Paris led the way, 36 disposals, 6 clearances, the highest ranked player on the field. Martin with 32 and 614 metres game. Merritt, the man we spoke about a lot, 29, 3 clearances, 3 goals for him. Durham 25 with 7 clearances, a goal for him. Dersma 22 with 1. Langford and Wright. Langford 3 goals, Wright with 2. Essendon a plus 43 in disposal, a plus 54 in uncontested possession. And here's the song.
6-point wins. The Bombers feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's on the way home tonight. And this is the Triple M Amy review. Clangers happen. Lucky you're with Amy. Embers, the fourth term, the crucial moment. Jamie Cripps gets suckered in.
Yeah, disappointing from West Coast because they had a bit of momentum. They're going inside forward 50. Jake Waterman, the grab that he took to be able to
was huge, wasn't
just move his Laverde underneath the football. So many numbers around the contest. It was, Wayne Carey, make no mistake, and he goes back and he kicks that goal. Suddenly, West Coast are down by 4 points with 5 minutes to go, and then there's momentum. But on the back of that, Jamie Cripps, as you said, sucked in, pushes a player over. They get the footy taken off them, and then 2 minutes later, they go down the other end, and Langford breaks their hearts. So suddenly it's back out to a couple of goals. So they're always chasing their tail, West Coast. They get one really late in the game, but everything needs to go right, from that moment. So, listen, they were brave, West Coast. They came to the game believing that they could win. I think their supporters thought that, and they gave it every chance. They certainly got a lot of areas in their game where they need to improve. I thought they broke down at half forward just so many times and allowed Essendon to be able to run out too easy. They lacking a bit of speed inside that forward 50, but I think Adam Simpson would be proud of their efforts. West Coast have come a long way. They've been very ordinary 3 or 4 years, but suddenly they're coming to games of football, and I think they're starting to believe, well, if we bring our best, then we're going to be certainly competitive, and they were very much like that tonight.
And I don't mean this at all in a critical way, West Coast, but they are front runners because they're learning, they're developing, and if they can just get that crowd involved, and away they go, and that turning point was obviously really significant tonight with the reversal. But Essendon led, was it the entirety of the night they led, so they were the more experienced side. I think they probably warranted the victory. They had 16 more inside 50s, and West Coast did well to get within a goal, but they had opportunities, and unfortunately for the home crowd, they'll go home disappointed. But the Essendon supporters, they're in bloody good form. They've had a really, really strong month of football.
A couple of injuries as well for West Coast. We saw Noah Long, Rhino, go off out of the game. And, of course, Elliot Yeo, which you mentioned before, was groin soreness.
Yeah, groin, I believe. Yeah, the ice on the groin as well there toward the end, so that would make sense. And as you mentioned, he's had some issues with the groin as well as other number of soft tissue injuries as well. So they're hoping it's at the minor end, but obviously they're going to need to take a really close look at it, maybe get a scan, and then they'll know more. So concerns for Elliot Yeo there. Noah Long was subbed out just a few minutes before.
Let's be honest with Elliot Yeo.
Yeah.
That's not a 1 week injury, regardless.
Not with Elliot Yeo. No.
In his history, no.
No,
Look at maybe a month. And groins they're not.
They don't go, do they?
No,
they take
groins and calves are.
The interesting thing is too, they have been talking for the last couple of weeks about trying to give him a rest. I reckon that was probably going to come either next week or the week after too. So the timing is awful. Hopefully it's not too bad for Elliot Yeo. And Noah Long, yes, subbed out with what looked to be a knee injury of some sort. It was in that crude tackle from Matt Guelphy.
Yeah, just
got him around the neck, but it was just sort of how his legs went from under him.
Buckled underneath him, didn't he? So hopefully that left knee's going to
be
okay.
Caldwell for the Bombers, a little bit of calf tightness, so he was subbed out as well.
I dare say he might have done a calf.
Yeah.
The other one was Harley Reid towards the end of the game, but then managed to come back out there when the game on the line.
Yeah, grabbed at the hammy, just sort of down in the forward pocket there. Came off. They did a little bit of a quick test, did run
through. Testing, he was there, so he was fine to go again. Must have been cramp. Yeah.
Let's go downstairs to the rooms with Hamish Brayshaw, who's got a West Aussie superstar.
Yeah, about time, boys. Seriously, wrap it up. We've had Nick waiting here. We've got the ice ready. He needs a Gatorade.
That was the most boring fill ever, Hammer. You should have dived in,
I told you about 10 seconds ago that we were ready to go. Anyway, we're away. Mate, that got close towards the end. You didn't think that could happen again, 2 draws on the trot?
Oh, I definitely crossed the mind when I saw a kick in front. But at the end of the day, it was a hard-fought win on the road, so you take these 4 points, and anyone knows, any West Aussie, that coming over to Perth's no mean feat.
Mate, you obviously spent a little bit of time at West Coast trying to training on for that SSP. Didn't work out, and you've hit your straps at Essendon. Is there a little bit extra in it whenever you come over here and play the Coasters?
Not really. I guess I more think about the opportunity to play in front of friends and family back in Perth, so I really cherish these moments, and because I don't get out to many games. So at the end of the day, it's another opportunity, and I was really pleased with the result.
Nick, Andrew Embley, congratulations on the win. Always lovely to speak to a good Trinity College boy. And again tonight, you must be enjoying your footy, especially across half-back. You played a variety of positions, but this year, across half-back, yourself, McGrath, Ben Mackay's been a great addition. You're a very solid group, and you got the job done again tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really enjoying the synergy we're bringing each week, and we keep evolving, we keep learning, and It's great leaders back there in Andrew Bagara, as you touched on, and also Mason Redmond. So they support me really well, and they've taught me a few things.
Your captain's a ripper. He just continues to stand up. Obviously won the Anzac Day medal a couple of weeks ago, but again tonight, besides the 3 goals that he kicks, just his decision making every time he's got ball in hand, it must be so nice that you know he's always going to find a target.
Yeah, you take a breath when Zach has the ball, that's for sure. And he's ultra consistent, such a professional, and someone I really admire. And he's such a great leader on field as well, and really drives us through these moments.
Nick, Xavier Ellis up here, mate. Congratulations. You're in absolutely outstanding form. We briefly mentioned Ben Mackay then, and there was a lot made of the draft pick associated with his move and, of course, the money. But you're working with him day to day, week to week. He's in outstanding form, and is really a solid pillar down there for you, especially you smaller rebounders to work off.
Yeah, he's a really hard worker off the field, and we watch a lot of vision together as back six. And the one thing I say about Ben, he's really reliable, as sort of you touched on. And I think that's what we've been missing at Essendon, is a really strong key back, and he's really calm under pressure, really composed, and he's an absolute pleasure to work with and play with.
Darcy Parish had a quiet start to the season, 36 disposals tonight. Back to the Darcy Parish, where he was in unbelievable form over the last couple of seasons. It must be good watching from the back line that man take off.
Yeah, it's almost the socks down, isn't it?
It's socks down. I'm telling you, it's socks down.
Have you told him, Nick, to keep the socks down? There seems to be a little bit of a change in his appearance in the last few weeks.
Nah, look, I haven't brought it up. I don't want to mess with his routine, but I think the socks down looks a lot better.
It looks better, doesn't it?
He's quicker.
Yes.
It definitely looks quicker.
And, yeah, he's playing good form of the last 2 weeks, so really pleased with him and his contest work.
What about yourself, Nick? You play in a variety of positions. Your versatility is certainly one of your strengths. You're happy to play wherever you want, wherever the team needs you. But do you have a preferred position? I do really like you across half-back. I do think you read it well. But what about yourself? Where do you love playing?
I'm not too sure, actually. It's a sort of funny one. I've sort of played, I think, literally every position in the AFL side. So got a plethora of opportunities and a lot of opportunities to learn as well and evolve. And I'm really enjoying my time at half-back and working closely with Benny Jacobs, our backs coach, and just learning in absolute heaps.
Now, mate, I need to take you back to your school days at Trinity. Andrew Embley's name would have been up in lights, I'd imagine, and you would have idolised him coming through the school.
Yeah, as a Trinity boy, you always know who the old boys were who played AFL. They're on the whiteboard, and he's got a good resume, old Ems.
And also we've got the Beast in here as well, Mark Cometti, Nick, which is obviously Dennis's son. He was a good Trinity boy. He does the Red Z lending stats, and can I just say he's very good too, Nick.
Yeah, no surprise there, an old boy's good.
Almost like a reunion here.
Hey, more importantly, I'm a Bombers fan.
And you're a Bombers fan,
lifelong Bombers fan.
He was up and about tonight for you, Nick.
Hey, Nick, just before you go, mate, the incident sort of late in that last quarter there where Jakey Waterman about to line up for goal, Jamie Cripps and yourself had a little scuffle. What happened there?
I was just backing up Jaden. They obviously got into him after Waterman took that mark, so I support my teammates and just got in a bit of a wrestle and a bit of a tug, and I think fortunate for us, the decision got reversed because I reckon he would have slotted it.
Yeah, absolutely would have made. Congratulations. You guys are in really, really good form. There must be a great deal of confidence around the club at the moment.
Yeah, there is. There's a great deal of confidence. We've sort of, put in a lot of hard yards over, last 2 years, last year as well. So it's good to get the results on the board, but I think we've got a lot of growth to go and a lot of improvement. So you bank the 4 points.